Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Brownsburg Bulldog football and Hoosier Crossroads Conference football on. It's time for that Brownsburg varsity football, powered by tonight by Audio Sports Online. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by XRBRadio.com, the Hendricks County Flyer, and McDonald's. This game's sponsors include Bill Estes Ford, Brownsburg BMO Harris Bank, Hendricks County Estate Buyers, Ivy Tech, Nelson Jewelers, Pete Fay, your State Farm agent, Westside Plumbing, and Panuni's Pizza and Wings. Also like to remind everybody that tonight's game is being simulcast on IndianaTalks.com as well as XRBRadio.com. And we'd like to welcome everybody that has joined us. My name is Troy Weimer along with Chris Worley. We are at BillEstes.com field at the Indiana University Health Athletic Complex here at CF Roark Stadium in Brownsburg, Indiana. And what tonight is a hot and humid Brownsburg, Indiana, Chris. But we're going to have a great football game tonight. Brownsburg comes out last week. They win over McCutcheon 49-28, and the Noblesville Millers coming off a win over Fishers 27-24 up in Hamilton County.
That's true, Troy. It's definitely a hot one here. I'll tell you, a lot hotter than last week, but another big crowd expected to come in here. We expected Noblesville Millers to bring a crowd of their own. They haven't arrived yet. Some of them have, but this may be the biggest game in the Hendricks County Crossroads, the Hoosier Crossroads Conference tonight. It may be.
Well, Chris, I struggled with running back's name last week. You can struggle with the conference name this week, so I may make the same mistake again. Last week, the Bulldogs' really nice performance led by the senior quarterback, number 6, Jacob Lambert, and the running back, the sophomore, number 44, Tokes Akinrabadi, and with some flashes in there from Tyler Wells, Devontae Allen, and a lot of good defensive efforts also, Chris. And a lot of times we focus on the offense, talk about numbers on offense. But, Chris, talk about the defense. I know it's been a focus of yours. The last game has been a focus of yours in conversation with Coach Comer. And
right, and then we feel coming into this game tonight against Noblesville, they put up some points against a tough Fishers team last week. And their quarterback is a two-way threat, so Brownsburg defense is going to be tested tonight. They have a good line. We saw some good performances last week from Zach Carlson, Stone Neese, Nathan Ramsey put in a good performance. They also, defense recovered several fumbles. One of them was returned for a touchdown. So it's going to be a little bit different, though, tonight. We expect Noblesville to give the Brownsburg defense a test, and we'll be watching that defense for you here tonight.
Well, we will have the national anthem here in just a moment, and led by the Brownsburg Women's Choir, our national anthem. Our national anthem by the girls choir from Brownsburg High School. We thank them. It was a very nice performance, Chris. And there's a very nice stiff wind. Also, I just kind of noticed during the anthem, the flags are blowing straight to the north. If you look across the way on the visitor side there, the flags on top are blowing. So that may be a factor in our game as we talk about, getting behind, having to throw the ball, and maybe a factor in electing to receive or what end teams choose to take as the game gets started here. Rather than that, it's a hot night. That's definitely going to be a factor as well. Another, like you said, Chris, a really nice crowd on hand again here at CF Roark Stadium at the Indiana University Health Complex and BillEstes.com field.
That's right, Troy. Yeah, a little bit of a breeze. So we'll see. One player we're going to also watch again. Now, he kicked 7 extra points last week, no field goals, but this coaching staff really likes their senior place kicker, number 47, Brandon Dowers. And coaching staff has called him a weapon to be used. Like we said, they were able, Brownsburg offense able to score all touchdowns last week. They did not get stopped short and had to kick a field goal. They put it in the end zone each time. And the coaching staff gave a lot of credit to the offensive line for that performance last week. They were blowing some big holes in there. Junior, number 67, Dustin Dowers. So the line blocked well last week, and they'll have to do the same this week.
Well, and the only blunder, if you will, that the Bulldogs had on offense last week was that fumble that was recovered by McCutcheon. Again, Brownsburg over McCutcheon last week here at Bell Estes Field, CFRO Arc Stadium, 49-28. And Noblesville goes up and beats Fishers. And talking about Fishers, in Hoosier Crossroads Conference action tonight in Hamilton County, they're expecting 10,000 people tonight, they said, for the Fishers and Hamilton Southeastern game. And that's turned into a great rivalry, and that just goes into our conversation that we had last week. We had it with the superintendent, Dr. Snap. I'm sure we have the same conversation with the athletic director, Kelly Wagner. But high school football in Indiana really taking a step up, and it's visible by, again, these facilities, these crowds, and the level of competition and talent that you see on the field.
Most certainly, Troy, and especially in this conference. Yes, that is going to be a big game up there in Hamilton County. I would no doubt think that 10,000 would be there, especially on a nice night like this. That's a big game, but a lot of big games here in the HCC too, and this certainly being at the top of the bill, I would think, for our conference here.
As we await the Bulldogs to come on the field, it's also worth mentioning tonight is Brownsburg Education Foundation Night at CFRO Arc Stadium, and it is also a red-out. The student section is all in red, along with some of the parents, and the red-out is a benefit for IU Riley Children's Hospital. Some food being sold in the west parking lot behind the home grandstands, home portion of the stadium here this afternoon. I took part in that and had a fantastic barbecue sandwich.
Was that from Dawson's?
And some chips from Dawson's. Right. 2 Sticks and Stones here in Brownsburg.
Very good.
We thank them for coming out and being part of the fundraiser, the Red Out tonight. And so if you happen to be watching on TV or see highlights on your local sports broadcast from the evening news, don't be confused by the red shirts in the stands. It is a benefit for IU Riley Children's Hospital tonight. So we thank the student body and everybody that was involved in that and organizing that effort here tonight.
And, of course, Troy, this game is being simulcast on Indiana Talks, TALKS.com, as well as XRBradio.com. So we want to welcome everybody using those two outlets to view and listen to the game this week.
Well, the crowd is getting a little excited, anticipating the entry of the Bulldogs from the south end zone. Those of you watching us online will be able to see the Dogs come in through the inflatable tent there that they enter the stadium through. The band is seated. And, again, a really hot and humid night, and the coaches obviously taking some consideration. It'll be interesting to see this early in the season, Chris, how the players adjust to the heat. We saw Tokes Akinrabadi last week really carry the load on offense. Seemed like every time they were handing the ball off, it was going to him. And see how that offensive line, that big offensive line, and very successful last week offensive line for the Bulldogs doesn't seem. Let's talk about that O-line just a little bit.
Right. Hey, just one point. You mentioned hydration. I did notice in pregame warm-ups, the players have active drills that they're running out there, and the offense were running some plays. I did see one of the assistant coaches go out there and grab Tokes and take him to the sideline and pointed right at the water system for him to get some water, and that was in pregame warm-up. So I know hydration's been important, but as we mentioned, that offensive line, some of the starters will be Dustin Dowers at center, number 67, number 50, Bryce Tolley, a 6'2", 230-pound junior, Jake Shelley, number 51, a senior, 6'2", 220. Also seeing action on the left side of that line will be Justin Davis, 5'10", senior. He's number 74. Kent Craig is number 75. He's a 5'11", 260-pound senior. Also along the offensive line, number 77, Evan Mallory. And sure, when Tokes puts up those gaudy numbers, well, somebody's got to be blocking for him, and that's definitely that offensive line. In last week's game, Brownsburg only attempted 6 passes. And they completed 3 of those. 1 was for a touchdown, but they ran 39 running plays as opposed to those 6 passes. Coach has mentioned this week that he knows teams are going to try and stack against the run for him. Other defenses want to make Brownsburg throw the ball.
And if they do stack up, that makes three people very important on this team. That's the quarterback and his arm, Jacob Lambert. It makes Devontae Allen, the running back, who we saw in motion almost every offensive possession last week, and Tyler Wells, also listed as a running back, the 5'8", 190-pound senior, number 23, had some big catches last week, and one of those catches that Lambert threw was for a touchdown to him in the north end zone.
He did, and he caught that in traffic. Coaches are excited about this Tyler Welch. Now, he is, I believe he is a senior, and he's not a big guy, but they tell me he is one of the best athletes they have, and he can really do some things, and I think you're going to see him used in multiple ways in this offense.
On the other side of the ball, Mac Dutra, number 91, the 5'11", 225-pound defensive lineman. He is a junior with a big game, too, last week now, also, Chris.
Yes, no doubt. Anchoring that defensive line, had a number of stops. I think he had 6 tackles or so, but definitely a big player. Of course, Chase Dutra, his brother. You were at the IU game. Did you see Chase?
I don't think Chase got in the game.
Okay.
If he did, it was, I won't lie to you, we left at the end of the third quarter. And here come the Dogs on the field to a rousing ovation from the fans that are here at CF Roark Stadium. Well, we're about a minute and 30 seconds away from Hoosier Crossroads Conference football. And we would like to remind everybody that tonight's game is being simulcast on IndianaTalks.com as well as XRBRadio.com. And we'd like to welcome everyone that has chose to join us for this broadcast, no matter what the venue that you have chosen. It is time for Brownsburg Varsity Football, powered by Audio Sports Online. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by XRBRadio.com, the Hendricks County Flyer, and McDonald's. This game's sponsors include Bill Estes Ford, Brownsburg BMO Harris Bank, Hendricks County Estate Buyers, Ivy Tech, Nelson's Jewelers, Pete Fay, your State Farm agent, Westside Plumbing, and Panuni's Pizza and Wings. So as the fight song starts, the cheerleaders are in position, leading the student body and the fans in the fight song, and Brownsburg is gathered on the near sideline. The Bulldogs will be tonight in the purple helmets with the white cursive dogs on it, the purple jerseys with the white numbers, with Bulldogs in all capital letters across the front, and the white pants with no stripe. And the Noblesville Millers will be in their away jerseys, all white with black numbers and gold trim, and the familiar gold helmet with the black N. So we'll wait for the captains to make their way to midfield for the coin toss. Our IHSAA officials are here and having some words on the sideline with some of the Brownsburg coaching staff.
The athletic department does have corporate sponsorship, of course, a big part of the program here. Those corporate sponsors include Bill Estes, Boulder Creek, Cunningham Restaurant Group, CF Roark, Comfort Suites, Dotledge Contractors Incorporated Site Development, Indiana Member Credit Union, IU Health, Lids Team Sports, Maori Heating and Cooling, Payne Electric Company, Inc. Noblesville Millers now taking the field on the far side. They have a large team. That's a lot of kids, Troy. And, their program has improved. Now, they've had some down years recently, but they feel that big win last week in the opening night against Fishers was a big step for them. Their coaches called it one of the biggest win he's had since he's been there. Their head coach is Lance Scheib, and he was named the first week Colts High School Coach of the Week after that big win. So their captains are coming to center field. The Noblesville captains include number 72, Josh Pizlinski, number 10, T.C. McKernan. That's their dual threat quarterback. Brownsburg captains out there, of course, are quarterback number 6, Jacob Lambert, Nathan Ramsey, defense, and number 2, Zach Carlson.
Well, as Chris said, the captains are on the field, and we will await the coin toss and the results of that, and then we'll get you all lined up and ready to go for Hoosier Crossroads Conference football. Live from CF Roark Stadium, the Indiana University Health Sports Complex, and BillEstes.com field here in Brownsburg. Many community partners came together to complete this new facility for the students and families of Brownsburg. Bill Estes Ford in Brownsburg and Bill Estes Chevrolet at 96 and Michigan Road contributed the funds necessary to complete the BillEstes.com field. Indiana University Health now partners with Brownsburg High School to provide athletic training services to the student athletes. In addition, the new press box, along with a portion of the bleachers, were funded to the generosity of Indiana University Health, and we would be remiss in not mentioning CF Roark and in the Roark family. The CF Roark family has supported Brownsburg schools since the initial season at Roark Stadium in 1966. When renovations to the stadium were discussed, the Roark family came forward to support an upgraded scoreboard that would match this new facility. We thank them for backing the Bulldogs for so many years. So a lot of community partnerships, and the community has really gotten behind this program in the last few years, Chris, and goes back into our discussion. We had that discussion with the superintendent, Dr. Jim Snap, last week, talking about the importance of football, and then we talked about what does 6A football mean for Brownsburg, and you have two 6A teams on the field tonight. Noblesville and Brownsburg, both two of the 32 schools in the state of Indiana that were moved from the traditional 5A, which was the top of the tier, if you will, in Indiana high school sports, to 6A this year.
Yes, no doubt, Troy. It truly is the big time. Brownsburg will be kicking off to start this game. And the senior kicker, Brandon Dowers, will get the game started here. Officials huddling at midfield, a little extended discussion.
Looks like Cody Smith, number 26, will be deep for the Millers. And as you said, number 47, Brandon Dowers, the kicker, will kick it off. So the Bulldogs play a game of possession tonight. We see a lot of this now, win the kick and defer and choose to try and get those back-to-back possessions the end of the first half,
right,
in the beginning of the second half.
Troy, and I was just thinking here, another big reason this is a big game is Brownsburg had the good fortune of getting their first two games scheduled here at home in this fine facility. Boy, it'd be nice to capitalize on that for them and go 2-0.
It would definitely be great for the Bulldogs to be 2-0 heading to their away game, which is going to be a tough contest at Hamilton Southeastern next weekend.
So they need
a
to
7
get
o'clock
this one
start
done
from up in Fishers. Well, we're ready for kickoff, and Brandon Dowers, the kicker for the Bulldogs, is ready, and number 26 is deep for the Noblesville Millers. That's Cody Smith, and the kick's going to come to the near side to number 21, Jarrell Yori. He takes the kick and breaks one tackle at the 20, and he's brought down right there. So the Millers will have the ball at their own 20-yard line to start this evening's Hoosier Crossroads Conference contest. Thank everybody for joining us. Like we said, no matter the medium that you've chose to join us tonight, Audio Sports Online, xrbradio.com, indianatalks.com, and an XRB radio on your AM dial in Brownsburg.
Defensive line left to right. Left tackle, Mac Dutra.
So T.C. McCarron is the quarterback. He'll be under center for the Millers. Hayden Stinnett, the 5'8", 160-pound junior, is the running back. He's the lone back. Handoff goes to Stinnett. He goes far side of the field, trying to make it around the corner at the 20 and dives forward to about the 24-yard line where he's brought down. It's a gain of about 4 on the play for the Millers on their first play from scrimmage. And they didn't try and stuff it up the middle against that D-line this time. They took it around the far side, Chris, to try and use that speed that Stinnett has.
Sure did. Number 22, Jamar Conway, in on the tackle, along with several others.
They're going to call it a gain of 2, so it will be 2nd and 8 from the 24. Handoff goes, no, he's going to keep it this time. And McCarron, like you said, the double threat, gets outside to the 35, to the 40, where he's out of bounds at the Noblesville 40-yard line.
Boy, that was a nice fake up the middle there, Troy.
The read option, Chris, and you got to be ready for that. You got to have somebody sitting at home and spying a little bit to keep him from doing that all night.
Yeah. Defensive lineman Mac Dutra definitely went for the fake handoff there. He was ready to tackle what was supposed to be the ball carrier. The quarterback, nice move to carry it around the outside.
McCarron will be under center. In the backfield is Hayden Stinnett. The receiver to the near side is number 85, Joey Herron. In motion, number 24, Mitch Crum. And the pass comes near side to number 85, and Herron takes the ball close to midfield. He'll be down, or it looks like about the 48-yard line. Bring up about 2nd and 2 for the Millers. It's going to be a long one, really, so it's about a yard and then the length of the football. Call it a 2nd and a long one for Noblesville from midfield. Nobody in the backfield. T.C. McKiernan in the shotgun. Look for the quarterback run here. He looks to throw. He is going to throw it, and across the middle to the far side to number 19, Cody Sullivan, who takes it across midfield to the Brownsburg 49, and that's a first down for the Millers.
Noblesville offense, a good start here. 2 run plays, 2 pass plays, both completion, and they are down to the 44-yard line of Brownsburg right away.
McKiernan under center. 2 backs in motion, including number 4, Hayden Stinnett. Snap goes to McKiernan. The handoff goes to Stinnett, and he dives forward to the 40. Looks like a gain of about 4 or 5 on the play. We'll call it 4.
Right now, Brownsburg has 3 down linemen. Mac Dutra just made that tackle. Number 78, Brandon Weber, a junior, is the nose tackle, with number 34, Nathan Ramsey, a senior, on the right side. But they are playing 3 down linemen right now, 4 or 5 linebackers, and then the safeties and wideouts.
In the shotgun, goes back to pass, dropping back, step, tries to throw. Now he's going to run, coming on the near side, gets the pass away from the back who was in the backfield, number 24, Mitch Crum, and he is out of bounds at about the 15-yard line of the Bulldogs. And there's a flag down on the field, Chris. We'll see what it's for, and I bet it's going to be holding against the Millers. I'm speculating, of course, but we'll see.
It's a good-looking play. It looked like the quarterback was going to run, but Mitch Crum found a little opening there. Nobody around him, about 5 yards downfield. Alert quarterback stopped his run.
McKiernan was flushed out of the pocket and chased by number 22, Jamar Conway. And we're waiting on the call from the officials. And here it is. An eligible receiver downfield, as you see ever so often when the quarterback has to scramble out of the pocket like that, people trying to get open.
Number 79, lineman Justin Lazaro now will check in on the Brownsburg defensive line. Number 2, Zach Carlson calling the defensive signals here tonight for the Bulldogs.
So McKiernan will look to the sideline, the far sideline for the play. The Millers are going from left to right, moving from north to south.
2nd and 16 here, Troy.
Looks like 2nd and 16. The ball's at the 50-yard line in midfield. We got 9:23 left to go in the first quarter. No score. So McKiernan under center in the backfield is number 26, Cody Smith. Smith cuts around the left side of the line, crosses midfield. We'll see where they spot it. He's going to be about the 55, so a gain of 5.
Number 11 from his defensive back position, Brooks Briley, came up and made a nice stop there. Solo tackle. 3rd and 11. Hot night here. Glad we've got Rob Kendall in the booth with us.
So McKiernan in the shotgun. The lone back in the backfield is Hayden Stinnett, the offset. And McKiernan shovel pass, and that's an incomplete forward pass. The shovel pass to Cody Smith is incomplete. But that play developed really nicely for the Millers there. Smith just couldn't hold on.
Bulldogs able to stop, and it looks like the Noblesville Millers will punt the ball. So after they moved the ball there pretty well in their first few plays, Brownsburg defense got the stop.
A little pressure on T.C. McKiernan, flushed him out of the pocket a couple of times, and 2 incompletions, and the penalty obviously hurt the Millers there.
Brad Geilinger back to receive the punt for Brownsburg.
And the kick by number 40, Ben Rice, is deep and fielded on the fair catch at the 10-yard line by the Bulldogs. So Brad Gullinger hauls it in, as Chris said.
Right now at all Avon and Brownsburg McDonald's, you can score a free medium fry and free medium drink with a purchase of any Quarter Pounder sandwich. This would include the new Quarter Pounder line of sandwiches too. That's a free medium fry and drink with a purchase of any Quarter Pounder sandwich.
So the Bulldogs will take over at their own 10-yard line, the nose of the football on the 10. The Dogs will be going from right to left on your radio dial, as they say, and they'll be moving from out of the south end zone towards the north end zone. Under center is the quarterback, number 6, Jacob Lambert. In the backfield is number 44, Tokes Akinrabadi, and the first play is going to be thrown to the near side to number 10, Michael Clare. Clare's a 6-foot, 165-pound junior wide receiver, and the pass is incomplete.
Interesting play selection in there on first down. Of course, most teams expect Brownsburg's most of their offense to be on the running attack, but tried to surprise Noblesville there with a quick pass out in the left flat, incomplete.
So Akinrabadi will be the lone back again as they come out. The receiver to the near side is Michael Clare. Under center, the quarterback, Jacob Lambert. Lambert takes a snap, goes to Akinrabadi. He gets hung up at the line, but dives forward for a gain of about 4 yards. Maybe 3, depending on the spot. Should bring up about 3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs from their own 13.
Troy, I think here in just our second week, you've got Tokes' last name down.
I did not have it down in the first quarter last week, I will tell you that. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 7 from the 13-yard line. 7:55, the clock running here in the first quarter, no score.
Big play early in this game. You don't want to go 3 and out.
Lambert under center. In motion is number 23, Welsh. The pass is going to come to the near side to the back. Akinrabadi cuts up field, and he's pulled down out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. So Akinrabadi in motion out of the backfield, makes a nice catch, but he's going to be just short of the first down. No, they are. They're going to give him the first down. He got it.
Just made it, Troy. Coach Brett Comer in his 8th year here at Brownsburg, relieved at that. He's walking the sideline with a headset on, shorts, and he's also clad in the red shirt for tonight's charity theme.
So the Bulldogs will have 1st and 10 from their own 22 here in the first quarter, 7:40 left. Under center is Lambert. In motion, number 21, Devontae Allen. The handoff. Oh, Lambert's going to keep it around the far side. 30, 35, 40, 45 to the 50, and he's brought down at about the 48-yard line. Nice run there on the read option.
They use that
option.
option.
To the far side, he got around the corner with his speed, some nice blocking downfield, and the Bulldogs will have 1st and 10 at the Noblesville 48.
I'll tell you, that was a tremendous fake up the middle to Tokes there. I was watching Tokes. I thought he had the ball. Next thing I know, that quarterback sprinting around the right side. Showed a little speed there. Got out in front of the defense, and a very good gain and a first down for Brownsburg just past midfield.
Devontae Allen comes to the sideline. Number 20, Sam Wells, the 215-pound, 6'2" senior tight end, is in the game. Akinrabadi is the lone back. Under center is Lambert. In motion is Welsh. The handoff goes to Akinrabadi, and he is brought down for maybe a gain of about 2. So Tyler Welsh in motion there. Over to the sideline is Lambert to get the play. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the Noblesville 46. First quarter, no score. 7 minutes and some change left in the first. Bulldogs break the huddle and come to the line. Akinrabadi is the lone back. Under center, the quarterback, Lambert. In motion as Welch. Takes the snap, pitches to Welch on the near side. Cuts across the 45, down to the 40, and he falls forward. Kept those legs moving the whole time, and he's going to be really close to another first down, and he is. They got it. First down for the Bulldogs.
Good run by Tyler Welch. He is a playmaker. He's an exciting player. He can do a lot of different things. Had a touchdown catch last week and gets a good run around the left end here today.
Well, Welch was definitely running downhill there, Chris, and a really nice job of keeping his legs moving and falling forward. The receiver out to the far side is Jalen Hall. The lone running back is Akinrabadi. In motion as well. So handoff goes to Akinrabadi. Left side, 40 across to the 35, down to about the 31-yard line of Noblesville. So that's going to bring up about 2nd and 4.
Jake
Maybe
Owens for
2nd and
Noblesville
5.
made that tackle, 5'11". He looked little compared to Tokes, but he was able to bring him down with a good low tackle.
They're going to call it 2nd and 5 from the Noblesville 37. 6:05 left in the first quarter, no score. Akinrabadi again, the lone back. Under center is Lambert. Lambert takes the snap. Handoff goes to Akinrabadi. He's met the line of scrimmage. And, he kept the ball. Lambert on the fake. So, again, Chris, he got me as well. I had Akinrabadi held up at the line of scrimmage. Lambert takes the ball across the 25-yard line, and it's another Bulldog first down.
Mr. Lambert, our quarterbacks, had some training in the performance of a
football.
fake, yes.
And that's a good trait to have and when you're out there on the field. Crowd is filled in nicely. I think the stands are about full on the home side again. So we'll be at about the capacity of 4,000 on the home side for tonight's game. In motion is Welsh. The handoff is not Welsh. The handoff goes to Akinrabadi nonetheless. In motion on there was Devontae Allen. Akinrabadi carries the ball down to about the 18-yard line of Noblesville. So a nice sustained drive, chewing up some clock are the Bulldogs here And if they can wrap it up with a punch in for a touchdown, they've had the recipe for success for tonight, Chris.
Yes, that was a good run, too, by Tokes. Really didn't have a wide open hole. He kind of blasted through a small opening there and got those yards off to the right side of the line.
Jalen Hall, the receiver, to the near side. In motion will be Devontae Allen. Akinrabadi is the lone back. Under center is Lambert. Now in motion is Welch on the other side. Handoff does go to Akinrabadi, and he's brought down short of the 15. Going to be really close to the first down, and no gain on the play, so they're going to be short. That's going to bring up third and a short 2. First down marker is just shy of the 15-yard line.
Junior Donovan Lynch on the tackle for Noblesville. They don't have a lot of size on their defense, but they are plugging the holes pretty well. They seem to be active. Big play here, Troy.
You're right, Chris. A very big play here. 3rd and 2 from the Noblesville 17. The lone back is Akinrabadi. Wells in motion. And the handout. And it's Lambert's going to keep it, pushing his legs forward, and he is dropped for a loss. Big stop there by Noblesville.
On some of these plays, they are beating, they being the Noblesville defensive line, the Brownsburg offensive line, off the ball so far. And we may finally see, are we going to see Mr. Dowers get
Yes,
a field
we
goal?
are. And I was going to say this is not something that you will see very often in high school football. This is going to be a 37-yard field goal attempt.
That's
for
not long range for him at all.
Brandon Dowers.
We've seen him kick a 50 and even a 60-yarder in practice.
He's from the near hashtag. Of course, the hashtag's wider in high school than any other form of football. Here's the snap, and the kick is up, and it is good. No, it's no good. They're going to say it went left of the pile of the upright. So from our vantage point there, it was kind of hard to see.
Close. You know that the snap was fumbled.
The snap was fumbled.
He had to turn that ball over and barely got it down in time for Brandon to come through. Do we have a
Yes.
penalty?
It also may have been almost blocked. So the Dogs are on the field still, and we're going to figure out what exactly is going on.
Timeout.
They're going to call an official's timeout for hydration. So the official's taking a
Yes, they are.
little bit of control there to get everybody take a knee and get some water. The temperature at game time, 94 degrees, and it's a lot hotter down there on that field.
No doubt
I would
about
say
it.
probably in the area of probably 100, 105 degrees.
The coach had told me that they add 10 degrees to the temperature, the air temperature outside, reflected off that turf. So you add 10 when you're on that turf. We want to thank our friends at the Hendricks County Flyer that have helped make tonight's video webcast possible. Please check them out online as well as watch tonight's game at flyergroup.com. Also, Motion 360 by Hendricks Regional Health provides care for the way you were meant to move. We care for every muscle, bone, and joint in your body to get you back to the activities you love. Get more information online at mymotion360.org.
Well, the officials have done something that I've actually never seen before in a football game. They've called an official's timeout after the missed field goal by Brownsburg. Number
Certainly
47,
did.
Brandon Dowers, misses the kick. A 37-yard attempt, so it certainly was no chip shot, especially at the high school level. They called an official's timeout so the teams can hydrate. And so now we're ready to go, and the Noblesville Millers will take over at the 20-yard line, their own 20-yard line, after the missed field goal by Dowers. So McKiernan takes the snap. Looking. He's going to run. 25, he's hit hard and brought down from behind by Dutra. So Dutra not fooled there, Chris. Mac Dutra, the 5'11", 220-pound junior defensive lineman with the tackle.
He's off to another good start. He's got 3 or 4 tackles already this game.
So McKiernan will be in the backfield by himself. Takes the snap, looking to pass, looking to his right, got nobody. He's going to scramble out of the pocket, being chased by Dutra, and he's going to run out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. So McKiernan didn't have anybody he could get the ball to. Everybody's covered. Really nice stay-at-home coverage by the Bulldogs. And they're going to give the Millers the first down. So Noblesville, on the legs of their quarterback, T.C. McKiernan, will have 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line, their own 32. McKiernan in the back by himself from the shotgun. Here's a snap to McKiernan. Looking, he's going to run again across the 30 and falls forward to about the 33-yard line where he is brought down. Very, very short gain.
Guess who in on the tackle?
And Dutra in on the tackle again.
Along with Justin Lazaro, defensive lineman, number 79.
Joey Herron's the receiver to the near side. To the far side, number 19, Cody Sullivan. In motion goes Herron back to the far side. So 2 receivers to the far side, and you've got somebody that's not covered out there is number 4, Caleb Cooley. I thought he might call timeout, but he's not, and the Dogs adjust.
They've got 2
McKiernan
receivers
takes
over
a snap,
there.
rolling to his left and throwing across the middle and complete to number 19, Cody Sullivan, who takes it across midfield for the Millers' first down, and they'll have 1st and 10 from the Brownsburg 47-yard line.
Troy, you saw it. They had 2 receivers over there and only 1 defensive back on it. And to T.C. McKiernan's credit, he saw it too, rolled out that way and made a nice pass to a wide open man.
It looked like Caleb Cooley was going to call timeout, but he motioned his hands for an adjustment, and they thought they might adjust.
Okay.
So McKiernan in the shotgun again. Behind him is Cody Smith, the running back. Noblesville changing the play. In motion, number 24, Mitch Crum. The snap goes to McKiernan. Handoff goes to number 26, Cody Smith. He goes across the right side of the line, across midfield, or across the 45-yard line, down to about the 42 of the Bulldogs.
Yep, number 2, Zach Carlson on the tackle there. You know that last play where they failed to cover that man? Let's take a look at the Brownsburg linebackers. You would think one of them may have noticed that and tried to call a timeout. Did you see somebody try to call time?
Well, I saw number 4, Caleb Cooley, motioning with a hand signal, but I think he was trying to adjust the coverage and not necessarily getting ready to call a timeout.
Okay. Zach Carlson and Avery Holmes, the linebackers.
The handoff goes to the left side to number 4, Hayden Stinnett, who gets his head almost knocked off over on that far side. That was not a face mask, but kind of an inadvertent slap on the head as he ran by the Brownsburg defender.
Number 11, Brooks Brierly, being aggressive there on defense, came up and definitely got most of the helmet there. Didn't actually make the tackle, but it put a stop on him.
No flag on the play. So 3rd down and 4 from the Brownsburg 41, 33 seconds, and the clock is running. McKiernan under center, or in the shotgun, I should say. Takes the snap, looking to the right side. He's going to run the football. He's across the 40, down to the 35-yard line as he dives forward. He almost lost the ball there, Chris, as it kind of came out of his hand and he fell on top of it as he was falling forward to the ground. At any rate, that's another 1st down for the Millers.
Hopefully you see that well on our video feed. Rob Kendall operating our camera here tonight, that once he started running, made some shifty moves through the middle of that Brownsburg defense to get the 1st down.
So McKiernan looking to the sideline for the play, and that will be the end of the 1st quarter. So the clock expires on the 1st quarter with no score, in a stark contrast to our contest last week against McCutcheon.
It was 28-0 last week, Brownsburg. No score here. I figured Noblesville would put up some points on Brownsburg, but we have a defensive battle so far, Troy.
Well, when we come back, when we resume play, we'll have 12 minutes left to go in the first half as the 2nd quarter will get underway. And the Millers will have the ball at 1st and 10 from the Brownsburg 35-yard line. So it is time for the Dogs to get their defense ready to begin the 2nd quarter.
At Bill Estes Ford, our number 1 goal is to save you time. Whether you are dealing with our service department, parts department, or new and pre-owned sales, our goal is to make sure you are a satisfied customer and that it's an easy process. Don't forget, you can have a complete oil change for just $19.95. Check them out online at BillEstes.Ford. Bill Estes Ford, soon to have a new look at 450 East Northfield Drive in Brownsburg. Call today at 852-2231. That's 852-2231.
All right, Kristen Band providing a little bit of between-quarter entertainment. Again, we'd like to remind everybody that tonight is Brownsburg Education Foundation Night here at CF Roark Stadium. BillEstes.com field, the Indiana University Health Athletic Complex. It's also a readout for IU Riley Children's Hospital, a fundraiser going on during the game as they're selling T-shirts. They're selling some food before the game, and I'm sure are still out there selling some food to raise money for IU Riley Children's Hospital. So we'll start the second quarter. The Millers will be going right to left. They'll be coming out of the north end zone, out of the south end zone, heading north. And they will have first and 10 at the Brownsburg 35. Under center is T.C. McKiernan. Takes a snap. Handoff goes to number 4, Hayden Stinnett. Stinnett busts through the line, gets across the 30-yard line. Brought down short of the first down. It's going to be a gain of about 7, I think.
A good gain, but a good tackle there by Johnny Dotledge to get him stopped.
Here's a gain of 7. 2nd and 3 from the Brownsburg. It's going to be about the 28.
One man in the backfield this time for the Noblesville Millers.
McKiernan in the shotgun. In motion, number 24, Mitch Crum. McKiernan rolls to his right, throws the ball across the middle, and diving forward for the first down is Joey Heron, number 85.
Southeastern over Fishers 13-0.
So Hamilton Southeastern leads Fishers 13-0 in the early parts of that game.
Wow. That big crowd. That is at Hamilton Southeastern. Right,
Yes,
Troy?
it is.
Yeah, I'm sure they're enjoying that.
Again, they're expecting a crowd of about 10,000 tonight for Hamilton Southeastern and Fishers. McKiernan in the shotgun. The lone back is Hayden Stinnett. Takes the snap. The handoff go. But McKiernan's going to keep it and come the left side. On the read option, he's down to the 10, the 5, and brought down at about we'll call it about the 6-yard line. A nice fake, a nice ball fake again. McKiernan keeps it, comes to the near side, runs around the end of the line, and gets down to about the 5.
Very
so it's going
nice
to be,
play.
well, you're going to call it the 7. So first and goal from the 7.
Connor Nichols for Brownsburg. Tackle from behind. Thank goodness he did, or the Millers may have scored right there. That was an excellent run. He has a good ball fake ability, too.
Yeah, he does. Dutra had checked out. He was not in for that play. He's now back in the game. McKiernan in the shotgun. The lone back is Hayden Stinnett. And the handoff goes to Stinnett around the right side. Cuts back up the middle. Still rolling forward. Did he get in? Touch. Well, we'll see the call from the officials here. No call yet. They're going to say he's short. So it's going to be second and goal from about the 1-foot line for the Millers. Stinnett dove forward. His knee must have come in contact with the turf there.
He ran through some heavy traffic up there, Troy.
He started to the right side and cut back up the middle against the grain, and it almost got him in the end zone.
Goal line defense here for Brownsburg. Checked in a few defensive linemen.
Stinnett, the lone back again. McKiernan, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Hands. Oh, it's a fumble. It's on the turf, and the Dogs have it. So the exchange between McKiernan and number 4, Hayden Stinnett, was fumbled, and falling on the ball, I didn't see who recovered the fumble, Chris.
Well, the initial tackle was made by number 77, Evan Mallory.
I think he may have recovered this fumble,
came
too.
Through. No, I think he punched it out. It looked to me like number 4, Caleb Cooley, got it, but I'm not sure. But he forced, that was a great initial tackle in the backfield. He got good penetration, made the tackle about 2 yards in the back of the line of scrimmage and forced out the ball, and Brownsburg jumped on it. Big turnover down deep.
Caleb Cooley did recover the fumble, and a nice tackle in there by number 77, Evan Mallory, to punch the ball out. And here come the Dogs. And the first handoff goes to Akin Rabadi, and he is dropped for a loss. In on the tackle there is number 73, Damon Jackson, for the Millers. I'm sorry. Yeah, number 73 is Tommy Laster for the Millers. Damon Jackson is our 73, so
There
I forgot
we
to
go.
flip the page over there.
Okay, that's all right, Troy.
Checking out of the game is number 14, the wide receiver, Jalen Hall. So the receiver to the far side will be number 10, Michael Clare. Under center, the quarterback, Lambert. Akin Rabadi is in the backfield. In motion, number 21, Devontae Allen. And the handoff goes to Akin Rabadi, comes near side. And he ran into his own defender at about the 15 where he's dropped. Really had a nice burst of speed coming out of the backfield there.
Great run. And the offensive line there on the right side cleared some room for him. And the man he ran into, I think Daniel Ferguson, number 33 for Brownsburg, was just trying to block out there, and the Noblesville man kind of ran him over into Tokes. kind of tripped up Tokes there, but
Well, and Ferguson's going to be tended to by the training staff. He's down on the turf at about the 11-yard line. So an injury timeout here.
established in 1882 as Harris Bank and owned by BMO Financial Group since 1984, BMO Harris Bank has grown to become one of the largest banks in the Midwest, serving personal, commercial, and affluent customers. They are located at 1610 West Northfield Drive in Brownsburg. For more information, call them at 852-2683. That's 852-2683. We also want to thank Hendricks County estate buyers. Running a little short on cash or got some collectible items around the house you don't need or want? Well, take them to Hendricks County estate buyers in Brownsburg. They buy gold, silver, coins, tools, electronics, and antiques. They specialize in one-piece or entire collections. If you have an estate or household liquidation, call them first. Ask for Justin at 317-286-3652, 7 days a week. They're on the corner of Main and Odell in Brownsburg. That's Hendricks County estate buyers.
So Daniel Ferguson up off the turf and under his own power. Glad to see that. Makes his way to the near sideline.
You know, right now, Troy Brownsburg's attack a little stacked in favor of the run as expected. I had them for 11 running plays and 2 passes.
We'll see if maybe the Dogs are going to try and get it in the air here. 2nd and 14 from their own 2. And throwing and almost picked off.
Wow, that was dangerous.
Lambert was looking to the far side for number 10, Michael Clare. And that was number 37, Tyler Bilby. And if he gets his hands on that, that's a quick 6 the other way, Chris.
Boy, that was dangerous, Troy. That was awful close to being picked off. I think a little more air under the ball might have got it over that defender's hands and maybe into the receiver, but thrown a little too low, and that was very close.
Lambert was rolling to his left and kind of threw it off his back foot. Yep. Lambert under center. Akin Rabadi is the lone back in motion as well. Lambert looking back to throw. He's going to go over the middle to number 10. It is almost picked off. Michael Clare could not come up with it.
Boy, the crowd wants interference on that, Troy, and it could have been called.
Lambert threw it into double coverage.
Clare pleading his case for interference. So is Coach Comer.
Well, they're not going to get a jury with this court, I don't believe, Chris, and that will bring up a very difficult situation for the Dogs. They'll be punting, snapping the ball from their own 2. It's 4th and 14, and they'll be kicking out of the back of their own end zone.
Coach Comer still giving it to the official at midfield there. You know, he had 2 defenders on him, and it definitely looked like contact was made. Now, the ball was kind of up for grabs. What'd you think there, Troy?
Well, it looked like that he did throw into some, not just some area double coverage, but some really tight double coverage there. A pretty dangerous pass by Lambert. It looks like Clare just couldn't get far enough there. He couldn't break away from that coverage enough, and that's a pretty dangerous pass to make. So Comer still giving it to the head official standing near midfield. There's a timeout by the Bulldogs. It's their first of the half. Our score is 0-0, 8:42 left to go in the second quarter.
Now's the time to choose Ivy Tech Community College. There is no more affordable option in the state of Indiana for your college education. You can earn an associate degree and start a career or transfer to a 4-year school and earn a bachelor's degree. A college education is more accessible than ever before. You have choices. Make the Ivy Tech choice. Visit ivytech.edu or call 888-IVY-LINE. That's 888-IVY-LINE. Athletic Department corporate sponsors for this game also include Adelsberger Orthodontics, Applebee's of Brownsburg, Avon Oral Surgery, Big O Tires, Brahman Moore Law Offices, Brownsburg Education Foundation, Brownsburg Meadows Senior Housing and Healthcare, Brownsburg Public Library, Buffalo Wild Wings, Capper, Tully and Raimondo, Datacom, Dawson's 2, Five Stones Marketing, and Floyd Custom Builders.
Well, hey, we're going to be setting up for this kick here. Again, the Bulldogs are they will be forced to punt from their own 2. The kicker, the punter, number 34, Nathan Ramsey, who is also a defensive lineman. Stays in the end zone, gets the kick up, and it's not a bad kick. Back to receive about the 45 is number 22, Luke. And I'm not even going to try and say his last name on the fly.
Okay, Troy.
That's Luke Kesniak is who it is, and he's down to about the 25-yard line.
We do want to welcome a listener/viewer tonight.
Dave Richardson
Dave
is
Richardson, all-around guy.
listening to us at home, and I believe he's watching as well. So not only Dave, but everybody who has chose to tune in tonight on
Dave, an IU fan.
AM XRB Radio in Brownsburg and Audio Sports Online, xrbradio.com, indianatalks.com. Chris, go ahead.
Dave, an IU fan, also likes the Cincinnati Reds. Not sure.
I don't know about that. I don't know. So McKiernan under center. The lone back is Hayden Stinnett. Change the play. Stinnett moving up in the formation. Snap goes to McKiernan. And it's on the reverse. Coming back the other way, number 23, Zach Cable. Cable down to the 5, the 10. Still on his feet. 5, touchdown in the corner of the end zone. T.C. McKiernan, the quarterback for the Millers, throws his fist in the air. That reverse worked. And just like that, off of the punt, a bad offensive series for the Dogs, and the Millers strike first. They lead it 6-0.
It was a well-designed reverse. McKiernan threw a block on that play, too, to help spring him. But that was a good athletic run around the left side, and Noblesville gets on the board first with a touchdown run on a reverse.
Hayden Stinnett, with the initial handoff, went to the far side. Coming back to the near side, number 23, Zach Cable, does a nice job of getting around the corner and getting in the end zone, and on to kick the extra point is number 40, Ben Rice. The kick is up, and it is good. And the Millers will lead it 7-0, 8:26 to go here in the second quarter, the remainder of the first half. On the end around was number 23, Zach Cable. So Zach Cable credited for the touchdown. Number 40, Ben Rice with the point after. So Noblesville came to play tonight, Chris, that's for sure. They've really, especially on that last series, really stifled the Bulldogs offensively. And the Bulldogs are going to have to figure out a way to figure out T.C. McKiernan and all the things he has in his toolbox. He's proven he can pass. He's proven he can run the read option. And he's proven he can throw a block. So far, he's been a key ingredient for the Millers being up 7-0.
He really looks good, very confident out there. He's a senior, and he is doing a good job so far. Brownsburg will await the kickoff here. Noblesville on the board first, 7-0.
Back to receive the kick is number 23, Tyler Welsh. Also back to receive, number 21, Devontae Allen. So Allen and Welsh are back. They're positioned just inside the 5-yard line. Student body to its feet for the kickoff, and the kick is up. It is a straight line drive kick that will make its way out of the back of the end zone. So another touchback in the books. And the Bulldogs will take it over at their own 20-yard line. 8:26 left to go in the half. They trail 7-0.
Well, as you said, that score coming off that bad possession and the kick, the punt wasn't bad. They just got it at midfield and knew what to do with it after that.
Yeah, all being said, kicking from the back of the end zone, it was give him 8 yards there. He got it out to about the 45-yard line. So he kicked the ball about 50 yards in the air. Of course, that makes it hard to cover when you're playing with that short field, just on one end of the field there.
Exactly.
So the Bulldogs will come out on offense. The quarterback, Jacob Lambert, under center. The handoff, Lambert's going to keep it around the far side, diving forward to about the 24-yard line. That's going to make it 2nd and 6. So Lambert and Akinrabadi and the two backs in motion, we've seen a lot. Welsh and Devontae Allen been playing that shell game with the ball all night.
Yeah, they have, Troy. I think they'd like to get Tokes uncorked for a good run here. Let's see if they can make him a weapon and get some yards here out of the running game with Tokes.
Receiver to the
superstar. Let's use him.
Receiver to the near side is Jalen Hall in motion as Allen. Handoff goes to Akinrabadi around the near side. He's trying to cut it upfield. He's brought down at about the 31-yard line, right on the near sideline. They're going to be really close to the first down. They do. The Brownsburg Bulldogs have a first down.
Good running. Tokes, they did get him the ball there and got a first down around the right side. 7:43 here left in the second quarter. 7-0 Noblesville.
Lambert comes out under center. The lone back is Akin Rabadi. Receiver to the near side, number 14. Jalen Hall. Receiver to the far side, number 10, Michael Clare. In motion is Welsh. Lambert gives the ball. Devontae Allen on the inside, cuts back across the middle. He's got down to about the 35, 36-yard line for a gain of about 4 on the carry.
And there, Troy, we saw a handoff to that man that comes in motion behind the quarterback. They do that on almost every play. Gives them a number of options and a different way to use an offense, and there he got the ball with a handoff.
We're going to call it a gain of 5 for Allen. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 36-yard line. 7 minutes left to go in the half. The Bulldogs trail the Noblesville Millers 7-0.
Kind of an important possession here, I would think, Troy, to put some points on the board here.
Well, this is that back-to-back possession option you have. If you can keep the football, well, we're 6:50. We're pretty early now, but it is a very, very important possession. You're right. Under center is Lambert. Akin Rabadi, the lone back. The handoff goes to him. Coming to the near side, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. He might have got 1 on that, Chris, but if he did, that's about it.
You know, so far, like we said earlier, this Noblesville defensive line, they don't have big size, but they are playing well against Brownsburg's offensive line.
Well, and last week we saw really the offensive line just dominate McCutcheon and push him just like a bulldozer down the field, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, sometimes 12, 13 yards at a time.
That's not the case tonight.
Akin Rabadi is the lone back. Under center is Lambert. In motion is Welch. The pitch goes to Welch on the far side. Nice block by Devontae Allen, and Welch still can't get loose. Devontae Allen did his job with a nice block on the far side. Welch tries to cut inside that block, but cannot. And he's stuffed. That brings up 4th and 4 from the 37, and the Dogs are going to have to punt.
Miller defense is aggressive. Good tackle there.
They have been very aggressive, really doing a good job at keeping their eye on that shell game we talked about with the ball between Devontae Allen, Lambert, Akin Rabadi, and Welsh, all of them.
Luke Siniak, I'll give that a try.
There you go.
Siniak, I think. He's back to receive the punt for Noblesville.
Yes. Oh, the punt is
shanked off the right of his foot. Tried a different punter there. Michael Clare came in to make that kick, and he just didn't make good contact at all, and he's got to answer to Coach Comer coming off the field now. Coach Comer gave him some encouragement there.
Michael Clare, wide receiver, brought in to punt. I felt like that Nathan Ramsey did a pretty nice job on the punt before that.
Well, I'll tell you, in preseason, Coach told me that Ramsey can be inconsistent. One time he'll kick a 50-yarder, the next time a 30. He'd like to see more consistency from that punting position, so maybe they gave Clare a chance to see what he could do right there.
So again, the Bulldogs have gift-wrapped field position for the Millers. They take over at the 43-yard line of Brownsburg, 1st and 10. McKiernan takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to roll to his right side. He's going to try and pass. Now he's going to try and run the football. Cuts back up the middle, and he's got some open space. A flag comes down on the play, and McKiernan is knocked around like a pinball almost, down to about the 32-yard line.
I'll bet you
I'd say with him coming back the other way, it's got to be a holding against Noblesville.
Holding or a block in the back. He shifted directions about 3 times there in the backfield, so his offensive lineman trying to block for him may have got somebody in the back or a hold. We'll see here. Troy?
So I think the initial purpose of the play was to roll right and throw. Nice job of covering the receivers, not biting on the quarterback run by Brownsburg there.
Penalty is on Noblesville.
You can see the Brownsburg offense being coached up right here on the fence by the offensive coaching staff as they prepare to go back out. Everybody's down there, including Lambert, the quarterback, Akin Rabadi. Everybody getting some water. So it is defensive holding or offensive holding against the Millers. It's going to take them back 10 yards. That makes it 1st and 21 from the 44, their own 44 now. 4:54 left to go in the first half. Brownsburg trails Noblesville 7-0. Looking over to the far sideline, T.C. McKiernan, the quarterback for the Millers. He is a senior, 6'2", 200 pounds, and he has proved very worthy of that starting role tonight, proving that he can run, throw, and block all facets of the offensive game.
Brownsburg nose tackle Brandon Weber leads the defense to the line here, and they've got to have a good defensive stop here on this possession.
2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. In motion is number 24, Mitch Crum. McKiernan takes a snap, rolls to the near side. He's going to throw. He's got no receivers open. Now he's going to run. Going back to the far side of the field, trying to get to midfield. A block up front, and he's brought down. Nice tackle and a nice pursuit, and a flag comes in late. Number 78, Brandon Weber, was there on the tackle, and we'll see if this is against the Bulldogs.
22, Jamar Conway also put pressure on him in the backfield there, and let's see what we've got here. Preliminary signal by the referee. We're unsure, but we'll see. Again, I wonder if that's good defensive coverage by the Brownsburg secondary downfield. Again, he looked to pass, couldn't spot any open man, tried to take off on the run, and we've got a defensive penalty against Brownsburg.
Penalty is going to be against Brownsburg, as Chris said. We'll see. We'll await the official signal from the head official. We have not gotten yet. 7-0 Millers, 4:18 in the first half. 4:18 remaining in the first half. Maybe defensive holding, I'm not sure. Here's the call. The illegal block in the back against the Bulldogs.
10-yard penalty, I believe, Troy.
Illegal block in the back on the defensive team. You don't see that very often.
He did call block in the back, didn't he?
So on the change of fields, they must have shoved somebody down. McKiernan in the shotgun. The lone back is Hayden Stinnett. Goes to McKiernan. He's going to throw. Going across the middle. Near side, number 19. Cody Sullivan complete, and he's real close to the first down for the Millers. And I think he's got it. First down, Noblesville. So first down for the Millers at about the 33-yard line of Brownsburg. They're going to call it the 32. 4:12 left to go. Clock running now, 4:11, 4:10, 4:09 in the first half. 7-0 Noblesville.
Troy, right now in the passing game, I've got McKiernan 6 out of 7 in his attempts. He's certainly been successful.
The lone back now is Cody Smith. In motion, number 24, Mitch Crum. McKiernan in the shotgun. Takes a snap and the handoff. You know he's going to keep it again, and there's that shell game near side. A nice tackle. Coming in and stopping the run is number 9, Brad Gillinger, 5'7", 160-pound junior defensive back.
Brad came up from his defensive back position, saw that run play develop, and came up and made a real nice tackle there.
So here we go. Second down and 12 from the 34-yard line. 3:27 left to go in the first half.
Zach Carlson in there calling the defensive signals for Brownsburg.
McKiernan under center. In the backfield is Stinnett. McKiernan's going to throw across the middle and complete. He's hit hard and brought down at the 21-yard line. The pass complete to number 24, Mitch Crum. And that was a great pass.
Nice play across the middle, too. He zinged that in there, leading his receiver beautifully over the middle. As soon as he caught it, he was tackled. But a good pass play for a first down, Noblesville.
Another first down for the Millers.
Coming up on 3 minutes.
7-0, 3:04 left in the half. McKiernan in the shotgun. I'm sorry, Chris. McKiernan in the shotgun, Hayden Stinnett, and number 42, Joel Taylor in the backfield. McKiernan's going to keep it, rolling out the pass, throwing across the middle, and he just missed his man. Pass intended for Matt Fahey, the wide receiver, number 80, incomplete in the end zone.
Only his second incompletion. He zipped that ball in there. The ball could have been caught. It was tough. It would have been a tough catch. It would have been a touchdown catch, but that's his second incompletion.
Fahey laid out for it.
He
couldn't
did.
Bring it in.
It was a tough play.
Receiver to the near side, number 19, Cody Sullivan in the backfield. Number 4, Hayden Stinnett. Along with number 42, Joel Taylor. McKiernan in the shotgun. McKiernan takes the snap. He's going to throw again. In the pocket, he's flushed out. Running to the far side. He's across the 20. Those are up in the air, and he's brought down for a very, very short gain by number 11, Brooks Byerly. And the quarterback, T.C. McKiernan, is slow to get up. And a timeout on the field.
It's like an official's timeout.
going to be officials timeout for an injury. McKiernan is up and walking around. He's got a little bit of a limp in his gait as he heads to the far sideline to be looked at by the coaching staff. So timeout on the field, 2:28 left to go in the first half. The Bulldogs trail 7-0.
Did you know Nelson Jewelers in Brownsburg has been serving Hendricks County and the west side of Indianapolis with an extensive selection of finer diamonds and gemstones since 1958? Nelson Jewelers is a family-owned jewelry store specializing in unique jewelry repair, appraisals, and watch repair. Nelson Jewelers is conveniently located in downtown Brownsburg across from the Hendricks County Bank. Visit Nelson Jewelers for all of your jewelry needs at 22 East Main Street and online at nelsonjewelers.com. A little out of the way, very much out of the ordinary. Westside Plumbing. When plumbers' problems arise, do you want a plumbing company with an impressive truck or fancy jingles? Of course not. You want your problem solved quickly and at an affordable price. At Westside Plumbing, we understand you want a plumber who is honest, respectful, and knows how to fix the problem. Westside Plumbing provides fast, professional plumbing service 7 days a week. When you invite Westside Plumbing into your home, be assured they will be knowledgeable, timely, and will give your home the respect it deserves. Honesty, integrity, and respect, that's what you get when you call Westside Plumbing at 445-8399. That's 445-8399. Westside Plumbing.
Here come the Millers back onto the field, and the quarterback, T.C. McKiernan, is on the sideline. He is not in the game. Number 9, Brett Rundle, 5'9", 170, a senior, is in at the quarterback position. He's listed as a wide receiver defensive back. Rundle takes the ball. He's going to run across the 15-yard line to about the 14. They'll probably call it about the 15-yard line for a short gain of about 1.
Boy, and Mac Dutra wrapped him up quick.
So, again, T.C. McKiernan, the quarterback, and he's checking back into the game now. So he just sat out a play there. May have been mandatory, Chris, because they took the officials' timeout for the injury because of him. He might have had to sit out one play.
Could be.
So the Millers are going to attempt a field goal. Holding will be number 22 or 28, David Corey. And on to kick is number 40, Ben Rice. It's going to be a 32-yard attempt. There's the snap. It's down. The kick is up, and it is good. Nice kick there. Rice with a nice kick straight through the uprights with plenty to spare, and it gives the Millers a 10-0 lead. 1:37 left to go here in the first half. Well, there's 1:37 to work with, Chris. We have to say this: the Bulldogs have not shown that they can really get that ball down the field. And one of the things they've not been able to do at all is pass the football.
Right, they're going to have to do some passing here. Right now, I have them 1 out of 4 in the passing game. So see if they can get some receivers downfield. They're going to have to throw. You know, when in pregame warm-ups, I mean, quarterback Jacob Lambert shows an arm. Of course, it's just warm-ups and practice. I mean, we all may look good at that stage, but he shows he's got an arm. Let's see if he can use it here on this possession. I know that they do run and practice 2-minute drills like all teams do, so see if they can move the ball here at all against Noblesville and get something on the board before the half.
We'll leave you with the band for a while at halftime while Chris and I take a break. Then we'll be back to talk about some statistics.
14-0 Avon down Westfield.
So Avon, we're told, is trailing the Shamrocks of Westfield 14-0 in other Hoosier Crossroads Conference action tonight.
Or if that would hold
that
up,
game can also
Avon
be
could be
seen on audiosportsonline.com. Not that we want you to leave our broadcast to Chris and I.
Brian Scott's doing that game at Avon, right?
Dave Shelburne.
Brian Scott and Dave Shelburne on the call down in Avon, down the road here. That kick is going to go into the end zone, and the high school rules say that even if you catch it, you can't bring it out. So that's a touchback. But that kick goes out of the back of the end zone. And really, Ben Rice has shown a great leg for the Millers. We've got
He's
a lot
trying to outdo Mr. Dowers here in a kicking battle.
we talked a lot about Brandon Dowers, number 47, the kicker for the Bulldogs. But Ben Rice has showed a nice leg for the Millers.
I'm sorry, Dowers 0 for 1 on field goals, and Mr. Rice has his field goal attempt. He's 1 for 1.
Well, you said it best, Chris. The Bulldogs are 1 for 4 throwing the ball in the first half. You're not going to win football games at any level. Only completing one pass in the half of a football game.
You know, a short pass to the Welch might be in order here and see if he can get some yards on his own.
Welch is spread out now. Akinrabadi is the lone back. In motion is Devontae Allen. Back to throw is Lambert. He's got Akinrabadi out of the backfield down to the 20. Nice, breaks the tackle. He gets out of bounds, which he needed to do at the 30-yard line. They'll mark it at about the 31-yard line. And it's going to be really close to a first down.
It was a nice play in the 2-minute drill. Get a receiver in the flat and get out of bounds quickly.
Officials dog. So first and 10 from the 31. Chris, I cut you off, but I'm having a hard to crowd is here. We got the windows open, and it's hard to hear when Chris sometimes. Dropping back pass. He's not. Oh, he's going to run. He gets leveled by Bryce Tolley, who is one of his offensive linemen. Tolley was just cutting back dramatically and quickly, and they ran into each other. So down he goes.
Timeout, Brownsburg.
And I think
Noblesville.
That's going to be a loss of 2. Should bring up 2nd and 12 from the 29-yard line. A minute 20 left. The Bulldogs trail 10-0. So timeout on the field. Millers 10-0 over the Dogs.
Panuni's Pizza and Wings in Brownsburg has something for everybody. Pizza with more toppings than you can count, including specialty pizzas, 5 different kinds of calzones, breadsticks, and cheese bread with 2 kinds of dipping sauce. All made in-house with Panuni's own hand-tossed dough. And don't forget, Panuni's Jumbo Wings with 12 kinds of sauce. Mention the XRB special and get 10% off of your order. They're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Friday and Saturday open till 11 p.m. Dine in, carry out, or free delivery. Call 286-3500. Panuni's Pizza and Wings, 1447 East Main in Brownsburg at 286-3500. We know Shane Ray sampled those wings this week and loved them.
I think he even put a picture of them up.
He did. All right, Brownsburg here, 1:20 left. 2nd down.
Lambert takes the ball, rolls to the far side. He's going to pass the ball downfield. And trying to make a one-handed catch is Jalen Hall. Jalen Hall's 6'3", but he's not that tall.
Yeah, overthrown just a little bit to the left and outside of the receiver there. That was an important play, Troy. That pass could have been better and could have been a completion there.
He really overthrew the receiver.
Yes,
so
that's right.
3rd and 12 now from their own 29, a minute 15. If we're not careful here, the Millers are going to get the ball back.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder, would you want to do a running play here? And how many timeouts they got left? 2 each?
Yeah.
2 timeouts?
2 timeouts left for the Millers and the Bulldogs both. So here we go. 3rd down and 12, 1:15 left to go in the half. The Dogs trail 10-0. Akinrabadi is the lone back. Receiver to the near side, number 10, Michael Clare. The handoff, go. Lambert's going to keep it. Near side, diving forward and short of the first down. He's at about the 38-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th and about 3. And I can't imagine the Bulldogs would go for it. We do want to say hello to the longtime stat man for the Bulldogs, listening to us all the way from Montana. And I hope he's enjoying the weather up there and so forth. Don Meidinger, who was the stat guy for Coach Comer here in Brownsburg, living up in Montana now and hopefully enjoying the beautiful sights up there and his back or front porch, one of the two. That's what I would be doing. So hello to Don. And thank you for joining us. And thanks for all of you for joining us. And with 1:04 left to go in the half, the Millers lead 10-0.
Tune in to xrbradio.com every Friday at 5:30 p.m. for the McDonald's Hendricks County Sports Show. Join Brian Scott for a full hour as he interviews coaches and student athletes from Brownsburg and Avon High Schools. You can also watch the taping in person at a McDonald's near you every Wednesday night. Check out McDonald's Hendricks County Coaches Show broadcast page on xrbradio.com or audiosportsonline.com for store locations.
So again, the Bulldogs trail 10-0. 1:04 left to go in the half. The Bulldogs put up some impressive offensive stats last week in the first half, Chris. Unable to do that this week. And the Bulldogs, with a minute 4 left at 4th and 3, are going to kick.
Nathan Ramsey is going to be the punter.
So Ramsey gets the kick up, a nice punt, fielded at the 30-yard line by Noblesville. And around the far side to midfield, cuts back and he's brought down at the 48. A nice return by Noblesville and number 22, Luke Siniak, I believe is how you pronounce that. The K is not there. It's
It
silent.
wasn't a high kick, Troy, and that again enabled him to get a head start running, and he had plenty of open room to the right side there and got good yards on that punt return. That'll set them up for another try to score here with 53.7 seconds left.
Well, Noblesville's got one timeout. They lead 10-0. As Chris said, 53.7 seconds left to go in the first half. TC McKiernan in. The lone back is Hayden Stinnett. McKiernan takes the snap. He's going to drop back to pass. Looking, throws the ball to Stinnett, who came out of the backfield on the screenplay. Dives down across the 45-yard line to about the 42. Probably going to call it the 43-yard line. 38 seconds and running is the clock.
Hayden Stinnett on the reception there on that screen. And, I noticed quarterback McTiernan does have a little limp to his step
throwing
there.
the ball downfield. Overthrew his receiver. That was number 21, Jarrell Yoree, the 5'9", 150-pound sophomore. Pass was intended for him. It went over his head. So an incompletion by McKiernan.
Yeah, it looks like he's limping just a little bit, so maybe they'll take care of that at halftime. 24.6 seconds left, 3rd and 6. I would try just a pass just to try and pick up the first down here, Troy.
Well, Noblesville has shown that they have the ability to get some quick yardage. McKiernan will be in the shotgun. The lone back is Hayden Stinnett. Receiver to the near side, number 19, Cody Sullivan. 2 receivers to the far side. In motion, number 24, Mitch Crum. McKiernan takes the snap. A handoff goes to the right side to number 4, Hayden Stinnett. And he does not get out of bounds, and that may force Noblesville to take a timeout. The clock is running 13, 12, 11, 10. They may just play this out.
They're not going to try a field goal?
And they are not. It looks
They're
like the Noblesville may go to the locker room, and now they're going to call timeout. So they call timeout with 2 seconds left. And
we've seen Rice have a strong leg. I would imagine they'd let him try one here.
Well, it's 4th and 1.
Now the Noblesville coaching staff going to call everybody back in. They did send kicker Rice out on the field, but they've called everybody back in here. I suppose this would be a time for a fake, do you, Troy?
Well, if it is, me, you, and the 4,000 people on this side of the field all know what's going to happen. So
That's right.
I don't know how the element of surprise may not be there. The ball is at the 38-yard line of the Dogs. That is a 45. No, that's a 48. That's a 55-yard field goal, and I can't really see that happening. But nonetheless, on the field is number 40, Ben Rice, the kicker.
Coach Comer and his Bulldog Charges, looks like he's talking to them about all possibilities. They're at least going to line up as if to kick a field goal, Troy.
The only thing I could think of is they may try and draw the Dogs off sides.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Which would give them a first down.
Almost too many men on field for the Brownsburg Bulldogs. They just got number 11 off the field.
So here we go. 55-yard and a half, really, attempt. There's a snap. The kick is up, and it is no good, but barely.
It had some length to it.
It had plenty of distance, Chris.
It did. Strong leg there. And that's going to end the first half, Troy.
Well, that is the end of the first half. And thank everybody for joining us. We'll Bulldogs trail here 10-0. And in stark contrast, like we said, Chris, to last week when we had a lot of points on the board and it was a fast-acting game, a lot of talking going on, and a lot of hard-hitting action on the field. And really, to sum up the first half, Brownsburg just can't move the football.
That's right. Noblesville defense did a good job, especially along the line, I thought. We thought Brownsburg's offensive line may have an advantage. They played well last week, but Noblesville's quick and active defense has held them in check.
So here at the end of the first half, it's Noblesville 10, Brownsburg nothing.
What is a good neighbor? It's someone nearby who helps make your life a little easier. It's State Farm agent Pete Fay. He takes the time to understand your insurance and financial needs. So whether you're preparing for your child's college education or planning for your retirement, get the kind of help you'd expect from a good neighbor. Visit State Farm agent Pete Fay at 431 East Northfield, Suite 100 in Brownsburg. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Sound of Brownsburg band getting ready to take the field here. Hendricks Regional Health Motion 360 by Hendricks Regional Health provides care for the way you were meant to move. We care for every muscle, bone, and joint in your body to get you back to the activities you love. Get more information online at mymotion360.org. We also want to thank the Hendricks County Flyer, our friends there that have helped make tonight's video webcast possible. Please check them out online as well as watch tonight's game at flyergroup.com. McDonald's, right now at all Avon and Brownsburg McDonald's, you can score a free medium fry and free medium drink with the purchase of any quarter pounder sandwich. This would include the new quarter pounder line of sandwiches too. That's a free medium fry and drink with the purchase of any quarter pounder sandwich. BMO Harris. BMO was established in 1882 as Harris Bank and owned by BMO Financial Group since 1984. BMO Harris Bank has grown to become one of the largest banks in the Midwest, serving personal, commercial, and affluent customers. They are located at 610 West Northfield Drive in Brownsburg. For more information, call them at 852-2683. That's 852-2683, BMO Harris.
Well, we'll leave you for your halftime entertainment, both visually and over the airwaves, of the marching band from Brownsburg High School. Chris and I'll be back in just a few with some stats, a little bit of sports talk, and all your second half action.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to CF Rock Stadium. It's a beautiful evening out here with not a cloud in the ceiling. Welcome to the 12-Tone Series. Tonight, the Sound of Brownsburg takes on drum major Sally Reinhardt and Christian Butner. It seems that the players are just about all set and ready to begin the first quarter of Beethoven's Symphony No. 5 in C minor. But before we do anything, let's get a word from our sponsor. And there's the kickoff with a fantastic 4-note beat. The start of a symphony is always very exciting, and this one, no different.
You know me.
Oh my goodness, did you hear that? Someone in the horn section really fumbled that note. You know, I think it was number 88, Joe Sousa. If he's not careful, he's going to get cut from this team. And that's the end of the first quarter. The drum majors having a slight advantage in this one, 14-7. It seems that there's a substitution in the trumpet section. Don't you dare leave your seats, because second quarter action is coming your way now. It's Mozart! That may be enough notes for a first down, but let's check the measurement. First down!
Ladies and gentlemen, Riley Week culminates with the Miracle Minute here at Brownsburg. The Chain Link organization has energized the entire school corporation with raising money for Riley Children's Hospital. Right now, you see student volunteers throughout the stands, and they are on the visitor side as well.
Charity collection being taken up now here at halftime. Running a little short on cash or got some collectible items around the house you don't need or want? Take them to Hendricks County Estate Buyers in Brownsburg. They buy gold, silver, coins, tools, electronics, and antiques. They specialize in one-piece or entire collections. If you have an estate or household liquidation, call them first. Ask for Justin at 317-286-3652 7 days a week. They're on the corner of Main and Odell in Brownsburg. That's Hendricks County Estate Buyers. Now is the time to choose Ivy Tech Community College. There is no more affordable option in the state of Indiana for your college education. You can earn an associate degree and start a career, or transfer to a 4-year school and earn a bachelor's degree. A college education is more accessible than ever before. You have choices. Make the Ivy Tech choice. Visit ivytech.edu or call 888-IVY-LINE, IVY-LINE. Did you know Nelson Jewelers in Brownsburg has been serving Hendricks County in the west side of Indianapolis with an extensive selection of finer diamonds and gemstones since 1958? Nelson Jewelers is a family-owned jewelry store specializing in unique jewelry, jewelry repair, appraisals, and watch repair. Nelson Jewelers is conveniently located in downtown Brownsburg across from the Hendricks County Bank. Visit Nelson Jewelers for all of your jewelry needs at 22 East Main Street and online at nelsonjewelers.com. A little out of the way, very much out of the ordinary. The athletic department at Brownsburg High School wishes to thank their corporate sponsors that include Gentle Dentist of Brownsburg, Heinekamp Financial Planning and Tax Service, Hometown Insurance, Hurricane Grill and Wings, Indiana Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery Association, McDonald's, Miles Davis and LeBlanc, Olds Engineering Corp., Rockstar Pizzeria, Rose Promotions, State Bank of Liston, Westside Plumbing. Well, we're still at halftime here. Beautiful night, still awful warm. 4:44 before the half. Let's look at the other games around the conference tonight and in Hendricks County. Big game down south of us. Danville is at Plainfield tonight. South Putnam is at Tri-West, and another county game has Monrovia at Cascade. In the conference, Hamilton Southeastern at Fishers. Of course, we had that score. Hamilton Southeastern leading 13-0 early. We'll try to update that. Lafayette Jeff at Harrison in West Lafayette. Westfield is at Avon. Zionsville at McCutcheon. Getting wins in the first week here in the conference were Brownsburg, Hamilton Southeastern, Noblesville, Westfield, and Zionsville. And, of course, dropping their opening games were Avon, Fishers, Harrison, Lafayette Jeff, and McCutcheon. After that first game, Brownsburg did have the most points scored in the conference with that big 49-point offensive output in that first game. Right here at halftime in this game, they have 0 points. Noblesville defense has done a good job and been tough on them like we've been talking about. So we'll see what the Brownsburg coaches can come up with here at halftime to make adjustments. Nothing makes you think of the future like holding it in your arms. The wonder of being a new parent includes planning for your child's future, and now's the time to start looking to someone who's been there from the start. State Farm agent Pete Fay in Brownsburg can ensure your life insurance will keep pace with your family's growing financial needs. So for more information on life insurance, visit State Farm agent Pete Fay at 431 East Northfield, Suite 100 in Brownsburg. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Panuni's Pizza and Wings in Brownsburg has something for everybody, and you don't even have to leave home. Call 286-3500 for free delivery to Pittsboro, Claremont, North Avon, and all of Brownsburg. Specialty pizza, calzones, breadsticks, and cheese bread, all made in-house with Panuni's own hand-tossed dough, not to mention Panuni's jumbo wings. Tell them you heard it from XRB and get 10% off your order. Check out their Facebook page for their specials. They are open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Friday and Saturday open till 11 p.m. Locally owned Panuni's Pizza and Wings on 1447 East Main in Brownsburg. And as we said earlier, you can certainly ask XRB owner Shane Ray about those deluxe, tasty jumbo wings. Student crowd over here at Brownsburg getting involved now in their halftime activities, being led by a couple of young men getting revved up. Noblesville team starting to make their way back as Brownsburg comes up the middle of the field, and they're going to take the field here to the second half to the cheers of the home students. They want to see Brownsburg rally here from a 10-0 deficit. Brownsburg starting the year here with 2 home games. Coaches felt, of course, they were happy about that. Certainly like to capitalize on that schedule and get 2 wins here, but this Noblesville Miller team choosing is quite a challenge here, proving to be quite a challenge here in week 2. Give you a scoring summary here in just a second. Next week, Brownsburg will be at Hamilton Southeastern. That's Friday, September 8th, and then another home game against Westfield. In that first half, all the scoring came in the second quarter. Noblesville, a 37-yard run by Mr. Cable on a reverse, and the extra point by Rice made it 7-0, and then Mr. Rice, their able place kicker, came on and got a field goal there in the second quarter to make the score 10-0, and that's where we stand. Additional Brownsburg Athletic Department corporate sponsors include Aqua Systems, Brahman Construction, Orange Leaf, Ray's Trash, Stutler Dental Care, Brandt Construction, Brownsburg Family Eye Care, PC, CSO Architects, Nitro Alley Graphics, LLC, Redmond and Ludwig Attorneys. Of course, a big event going on here in Brownsburg this year now that the town limits of Brownsburg now take in Lucas Oil Raceway Park and the U.S. National Drags going on. They are having action tonight, Saturday, Sunday, and, of course, the final eliminations on Monday. And that's always a big crowd. A lot of the Brownsburg Police Department on duty now at the track and taking care of that. I just talked to a Hendricks County Sheriff who's on duty here, providing security for the press box and our Brownsburg home game here, and he said he was here on duty at this game because of the Brownsburg Police Department having so many officers working at Lucas Oil Raceway down the road in East Brownsburg. We do want to remind you this game is also simulcast on IndianaTalks.com as well as XRBRadio.com. At Bill Estes Ford, our number one goal is to save you time. Whether you are dealing with our service department, parts department, or new and pre-owned sales, our goal is to make sure you are a satisfied customer and that it's an easy process. Don't forget, you can have a complete oil change for just $19.95. Check them out online at BillEstesFord.com. Bill Estes Ford, soon to have a new look at 450 East Northfield Drive in Brownsburg. You can call today at 852-2231. And, of course, this year, Bill Estes stepped up big time and helped provide sponsorship and the corporate backing to install this great new field turf here at Brownsburg, and it is called the BillEstes.com field. Brownsburg going through their warm-ups now. Noblesville 2, we're just about a minute 41 till kickoff of the second half. Troy Weimer back in the booth now. Troy, Kansas City Royals have won 5 straight.
I know. I hope 6 straight tonight. I believe they're still in Minnesota, and the problem is that the Tigers don't lose, and the Indians don't ever lose on the right night. So the Indians have had a little bit of a rough shot there. I just spent some time in Ohio the last 2 days. Got back early yesterday afternoon, and before we went down to Bloomington for the IU Indiana State game. My grandmother's 91 years old. She'll be 92 right after Christmas, and went over and spent time there. She's a very big Indians fan. So
Cleveland Indians have a pretty good season.
Fox Sports Ohio. She was watching the Indians game, which I've known her to do. It's not rare for me to call her on a Thursday night during the week and say, "What are you doing?" And she'll say, "I'm watching the Cavaliers game." So if it's
wow, bless her heart.
Yeah, if it's Cleveland sports, she likes it. Needless to say, she's had a pretty rough 91 and a half years when it comes to athletics.
Well, what's going to change here in the second half, Troy? Brownsburg needs to put some offense together and keep some sustained drives and get some points on the board. That's the first thing that has to change.
Well, you've got 2 people that are responsible for the offense for the Bulldogs, I think. I haven't even glanced at the stats over there, Chris. While you were going over stats, I was out of the room. But I think it's Jacob Lambert and Akin Rabati are the 2 guys that are responsible for almost about every yard that's been gained.
Right. They've tried
on offense.
They've tried to get the ball to that exciting receiver, number 23, Tyler Welch, a couple times, but not much to show for it really so far. We've both been impressed with this Noblesville quarterback. T.C. McKiernan's done a tremendous job. Banged up a little bit there at the end of the first half, but looked like he was going to be all right.
Well, McKiernan's not only done a great job athletically on the field, but he's made great decisions. He hasn't thrown an interception. He's been flushed out of the pocket and kept the ball or thrown the ball in the screen or in the flat to Hayden Stennett or Cody Smith or even number 40. Not number 40. Number 42, Joel Taylor. All of those guys catching passes from T.C. McKiernan as he's flushed out of the pocket. So he can throw on the move. He can run. He's shown he can block. He made a nice block on the reversal there.
Right.
That netted a touchdown. That was by number 23, Zach Cable.
Here, I like this. Tyler Welch is going to be back to receive this kickoff. Let's see if he can get some room and get some running in, get some good field position. Brownsburg try and get him off a good start here in the second half.
Well, Welsh and Devontae Allen have been back to receive the kicks for the Bulldogs. They haven't had the chance to return one yet. I believe Noblesville, as every one of their kicks, has been a touchback. And that Ben Rice, number 40 for the Millers, has got a big leg as he attempted a 55-yard field goal at the close of the first half and pushed it left or wide left a little bit. Had plenty of distance, would have been good from probably almost 60. So we're getting ready to be underway here in the second half. Noblesville will be kicking. Ben Rice, the kicker, sizes up the ball on the tee at the Noblesville 40. Back to receive is Welsh, number 23, and number 21, Devontae Allen. Rice puts his foot in it, and we're underway in the second half and fielded in the end zone. That'll be a touchback. Oh, he's going to bring it out. Welsh can't bring it out. I was going to say, I thought maybe I had misunderstood the rule there for a minute.
He wanted to take off.
As Tyler Welsh was going to bring it out and get a nice running start out of the south end zone. The IHSAA rules, and the ball crosses the plane. It is an automatic touchback. You cannot advance the ball out of the end zone. So the Bulldogs will be going from right to left. We'll be playing out of the south end zone, driving towards the north end zone. Right along a parallel of Odell Street here at CF Roark Stadium. BillEstes.com field, the Indiana University Health Athletic Complex here in the campus of Brownsburg High School in Brownsburg, Indiana. Wells is in motion. The handoff goes to Akin Rabadi. He takes it around across the 20 to about the 23-yard line, where he is brought down. Should be 2nd and 7 now. 10-0 to Millers. 11 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. We're just underway in the second half. That is a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7. Receiver to the near side is Michael Clare. Receiver to the far side, number 14, Jalen Hall. Akin Rabadi is the lone back. Akin Rabadi, Lambert's going to keep it. He's going to pitch to the right side to Devontae. He gets across the 25-yard line, fights his way down to maybe about the 27. That's Devontae Allen. Allen was in motion, and Lambert hit him on the pitch.
Troy, this Noblesville defense is quick. Now, that looked like to be a good play, and I thought he was going to get around that far side, but good pursuit by the linebackers and defensive line. Defensive backs also chipped in. The Noblesville got over there on that left side and cut that run play short of a first down.
Well, it's going to be 3rd down and 2 from their own 28. They trail 10-0, 10:45 left to go in the third quarter. We're just underway in the second half. Akin Rabadi is the lone back, Lambert under center. And Lambert's going to keep it. He's going to cut. He's got the first down and more. He's across the 35 to about the 36-yard line. So Lambert keeps it, goes around the far side of the line, splits the defenders, dives forward for the first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
That was a big first down there for Brownsburg. They needed that. Did not want to start this second half going 3 and out, Troy.
You're exactly right, Chris. A big first down. They really needed that. They could not afford to be punting the ball.
Sorry to our viewers, the camera there and the video feed. We were excited about the start of the second half.
Welch in motion. The handoff goes to Akin Rabadi, and he bursts through the line across the 40 and close to midfield. A nice run by the running back, number 44, Akin Rabadi.
And he finally got some good blocking there on the left side of the line. Kent Craig, among those blocking, opened a wide open hole for Tokes there on the left side. Got a 7-yard gain on first down.
We're being told that the games at Hamilton Southeastern, up in Fishers and in Zionsville, have been stopped due to weather. Oh, I'm sorry. That game at Zionsville is at McCutcheon. Welch in motion. Back to throw is Lambert. He's going down the far sideline, and it's picked off. Picked off, and on the return across midfield is the Millers. Cutting back across the middle. Now he's running backwards a little bit, and he's brought down at the 45. The ball's on the turf, and we're going to see whose football it is. A scrum ensues. And it looks like Noblesville is going to keep the football. The pickoff was by number 22, Luke Siniak. The pass was intended for number 21, Devontae Allen, along the near sideline. So they did exactly what we said they needed to do. They try and go to the air, and he just simply underthrew the wide receiver there by a lot.
Yeah, he tried a deep ball there, and he simply floated it, Troy. That had a lot of air underneath it, a lot of time. Pretty easy play for the secondary of Noblesville, really, to intercept that. Only one Brownsburg receiver in the area, and they had about 3 defensive backs in the area. First down, Noblesville at midfield.
So McKiernan under center. Send it the lone back. McKiernan back to pass, throwing it down the far sideline, and it's caught on the far sideline by Cody Sullivan, and he's out of bounds at the Brownsburg 35-yard line. A first down for the Millers.
He is 9 out of 12 passing in this game is what I got him for, Troy. Senior quarterback, T.C. McKiernan. Outstanding so far for Noblesville.
McKiernan back in the shotgun. The lone back is stinted again. One receiver out, or trips to the right, one receiver to the far side. And the snap is fumbled, and McKiernan is brought down for a loss.
Nathan Ramsey in there put pressure on that quarterback, and also along with Mac Dutra. after the forced fumble there, or it was fumble on the snap, but Brownsburg lineman in there to cover quickly.
Looks like about a loss of 7 on the play, or they're going to call it a loss of 8. 2nd and 18 from the Brownsburg 43. McKiernan from the shotgun. Stennett the lone back. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. McKiernan takes the snap, looking to pass. He's going to run the football. Coming to the near side across the 45 to the 40. Spins out of the tackle and dives towards the 36-yard line. Still short of the original line of scrimmage. Should bring up about 3rd and 12. A gain of 6 on the play for the Millers.
Let's see what the Brownsburg defense calls for their formation on this one. This is a big play for the defense. They need to get them stopped here if they're going to make a run here back into this game in the third quarter.
They're going to call it a gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 11 from the Brownsburg 36. 10-0 Noblesville. 8:18 and the clock running left to go here in the third quarter. McKiernan under center. 1 receiver to the near side, 1 to the far. Drops back to pass. He's going to run the football again. Across 25 to the 30, 25, down the 20, to the 15, to the 10. He's brought down short of the 10-yard line to about the 11. And another great run. He made something out of nothing, Chris. All of his receivers were covered. And a big run up the gap for the quarterback, T.C. McKiernan.
Johnny Doutledge saved the day with a touchdown-saving tackle, but Brownsburg defensive line got real good penetration on that, Troy. But they almost encircled the quarterback, and then when he broke through that first line of defense, there was nobody there to stop him, and a big gain through the middle of the defense.
T.C. McKiernan in the shotgun. He's got 2 backs. Behind him is number 4, Hayden Stennett. Offset back is number 43, Avery Bumgarner. McKiernan takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself and roll to his right. He's trying to pass. Those in the end zone for the touchdown. Missed it. Between the hands of number 80, Matt Fahey.
Boy, he rifled that ball, Troy. Might have been too much velocity. Went right through the hands of the receiver. Did have a defender on him, though, in the end zone there.
Fahey has been targeted twice now in the end zone. Yeah. Once he dove for it, couldn't come up with it in the first half, and this one kind of went between his hands. It was over his head a little bit, trying to bring it in. But you're right. McKiernan threw a bullet.
You might see him roll out here, try to create his own run again on 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10 from the 11. The Millers can get a first down without scoring. Stennett is the lone back. McKiernan's going to throw over the middle, and he overthrew wide receiver. That pass intended for number 85, Joey Heron. So back McKiernan for the Millers has got a case of the ups. He's missed his last 2 receivers high, but played an excellent football game overall tonight as Noblesville leads this 10-0. Number 63, Nick Carter on the near sideline trying to get the fans and his own teammates fired up. McKiernan in the shotgun. Stennett the lone back. It's a snap and rolling to his left. McKiernan's going to try and throw. He's got nobody. 1 tackle, and now he's going to run the football. Across the 10-yard line to the 5. He's hit hard. Dives forward to about the 3. And that will not be enough for the first down.
Well, he is really dangerous when he tucks that ball underneath his arm from the backfield and tries to make a running play on what was originally called a pass. He's done that successfully numerous times, and they are down to the, 3.5-yard line on 4th down.
Looks like they're going to call it 4th and goal from the 2.
Field goal unit on.
They're going to call it 4th and goal from the... Oh, actually, it's going to be 4th and 2 from the 3, and Noblesville is going to kick it. So on comes Rice. The holder is number 28, David Corey. Here's the snap. The kick is up by Rice, and it is good. So 6:38 mark here in the third quarter. Noblesville with the field goal, and they lead it 13-10. Brownsburg got a couple of opportunities there, Chris, defensively. They had the Millers 3rd and long, 2nd and long, 3rd and long, and couldn't capitalize defensively. Noblesville does stay out of the end zone, and they kick their 2nd field goal of the game, and they lead it 13-0.
You're finally on your own, living in your own place, paying your bills, making your own decisions. When your decisions involve insurance and financial needs, it's nice to have a little help. State Farm Agent Pete Fay knows that being on your own shouldn't feel like being alone. Visit State Farm Agent Pete Fay at 431 East Northfield in Brownsburg. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
So 6:30 in the third quarter. Brownsburg trails 13-0. And really, Chris, I'm having a hard time explaining, and maybe you can give me a little bit of insight on your thoughts here. This team last week against McCutcheon, all over the place with running the ball, throwing the ball, intercepting the ball, forcing fumbles, a lot of points on the board. And this week, nothing through 2 quarters and a little bit of the third.
I think the big difference is Noblesville's defense. The players are doing a good job. Like we said, they don't have a lot, but they have quickness. They appear to be coached well. They're making coverage plays. They're playing a good game on Noblesville defense, and I think that's the difference. It's been a case of Brownsburg's quarterback, too, missing a few throws, but the big holes and the gaping opportunities to run through those holes with Tokes isn't presenting itself tonight.
We would expect Rice to put this in the end zone for a touchback again, but nonetheless, Devontae Allen and Welsh are back to receive for the Dogs, and the kick is high, and it is going to be in the end zone again, and back for the touchback. So Brownsburg will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20. 6:38 left to go in the third quarter. They trail the Millers 13-0.
And two, Troy, they're not getting an opportunity on kickoffs to run, to get any kind of run back. Those kicks are going in the end zone with the powerful leg of Mr. Rice, and not getting an opportunity to run back and get any kind of yardage on the kick return game. So Brownsburg will start here at the 20 and try and get something going here with 6:38 left in the quarter now, the third quarter, and they trail 13-0.
Lambert under center. Akinrabadi and Devontae Allen. Welsh in motion. Handoff goes to Akinrabadi. He's met the line of scrimmage and brought down. And they really can just not get anything moving, Chris, on the offensive running game. And they've also proven that they can't get the ball downfield in the air, and thus no points through here in the third quarter. Clock continuing to run, 6:20 in the third.
45-minute delay in
Fishers and Hamilton Southeastern are under a 45-minute weather delay. We're going to check on that Danville Plainfield score for you. Lambert under center. Handoff goes to Akinrabadi to the right side, and he gets nowhere. Brought down for maybe a gain of 1. And the ball's on the turf. Noblesville's saying they have it. No, the officials are going to say, nope, this ball stays with Brownsburg.
We got it on the air.
Okay. That is a part of the Audio Sports Online family, the Plainfield Danville game tonight. But again, Noblesville stuffed them up front there. 3rd and 7.
5:32 and running. 13-0 Noblesville here in the third quarter. One receiver to the near side, one to the far. Lambert under center. Akinrabadi is the lone back. Lambert's going to roll to his right side on the ball fake, and it's knocked down. Trying to go across the middle of the pass, knocked down by Donovan Lynch, the 6'1", 195-pound junior.
And after the incompletion, Jacob Lambert was knocked down by one of their defensive players and was bit after the fact, and the crowd here booing the referee. They wanted a penalty, roughing the passer, I guess, after the incompletion.
Well, they did not get the flag as Lambert was knocked to the turf after releasing the football. Noblesville playing with a ton of energy on defense.
Nathan Ramsey will be back to punt here from his own 8-yard line. Noblesville should get good field position again.
Back to receive, number 26, Cody Smith. I'm sorry, that's not. That's number 22, Luke Siniak. And Siniak gets the ball on the bounce at about the 45, runs it forward for a return of about 6 yards to midfield.
Brad Geilinger made the tackle for Brownsburg. He's made several plays here tonight. Noblesville ball again at midfield.
Noblesville takes over 1st and 10 from the 50. They lead it 13-0 here in the third quarter. 5:02 on the clock. Both teams have all second half timeouts.
Well, leading 13-0 here is Noblesville, Troy, and Brownsburg defense can't afford to let them, have good time for possession here and score again, of course. They need to get them off the field and get their offense back on and a chance to get something going here in this game offensively.
So McKiernan in the shotgun.
Brownsburg stays in the 3-4 defense.
Going to hand the ball off to the back, right on the right side, and he breaks one tackle and gets across to the 40-yard line. He's down to about the 36 of the Dogs. That's Cody Smith, the running back, number 26.
Brooks Byerly made a big saving tackle on defense, or else he could have run for another 15 to 20 yards.
So Noblesville comes back out. 10 from the Brownsburg 36. T.C. McKiernan in the shotgun. The lone back is Hayden Sennett. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. In motion, number 24, Mitch Crum. McKiernan going back. He's going to go for all the marbles here. Down the right side. It's caught up on the left, on the far sideline. But number 19, Cody Sullivan. Beautiful pass by McKiernan right over the defensive back's head. And a really nice catch and concentration by Cody Sullivan. 1st and 10 from about the 13-yard line.
That was a fantastic catch by Cody Sullivan. He had the Brownsburg defenseman in between him and the ball, and he concentrated well, actually turned around, made a 180-degree turn to catch that ball and bring it in.
McKiernan in the shotgun. Stennon in motion, rolling to his right. McKiernan's going to roll to his right. He's going to try and run. Avoids one tackle. Throwing in the end zone and down. The receiver falls down. The Brownsburg sideline is begging for a holding call. Number 85, Joey Herron, was the intended receiver. McKiernan with the pass, and Herron fell down in the end zone, although I don't think he would have gotten it anyway. That brings up 2nd and 10 from the Brownsburg 13. Third quarter, 13-0 Noblesville.
Big possession right here. Brownsburg needs to get them stopped.
Miller's trying to pound it into that south end zone. Handoff goes to Stennett, and he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Gain of probably none. Should bring up 3rd and 10, and it will. 3rd and 10 from the 13.
Mac Dutra and Zach Carlson team up on that good stop.
Jamar Conway checking into the game at defensive back, number 22. Stennett the lone back. McKiernan in the shotgun. 2 receivers on the near side far. And a flag on the field. Looks like somebody might have moved, or we had a delay of game. This crew's officiated a good game tonight, but they're not fast, Chris.
No, that's right. Just a few complaints here and there, but one other side note I haven't really seen. It's been so hot here tonight. I have not seen too many players have trouble with hydration issues. No cramps so far that I've seen or know of. Players on both sides taking care of themselves, and I'm sure that's at the urging of their coaches.
That's a false start. Illegal motion on the Millers. That will set them back. So 3rd and 13 now from the 16-yard line.
See what Brownsburg defense can get accomplished here and get them stopped.
You have 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. McKiernan in the shotgun. Stennett's the lone back. Far receiver in motion.
Penalty
and another flag down, and somebody was in the neutral zone. This is a free play for the Millers, and the pass is incomplete, but pass interference is called at about the 2-yard line. So 2 flags on the play. It looks like that Brownsburg was in the neutral zone, so it'll be a neutral zone infraction at the line of scrimmage, and then probably defensive pass interference. They'll decline the neutral zone infraction. They'll accept the pass interference. That's 15 yards. That's half the distance to the goal. Well, no, it puts them at the 1.
I saw
15-yard penalty.
Flag fine the secondary. You think that's what it was, Troy, against Brownsburg also?
We'll see. Here's the call.
No, 1 penalty against Noblesville.
It's illegal foot. So the penalties are going to offset.
Sure are.
So it's a illegal motion, I think, or illegal formation on Noblesville.
Yeah, I think that's it, Troy.
And then a pass interference call on the Dogs.
Brownsburg coach is being warned to stay in their place on the sideline now by the sideline official.
Coach Comer and his staff very passionate on the sideline. 3rd and 13. 3:24 left from the Brownsburg 16-yard line. McKiernan throws the ball. He's hit hard. He may have actually lost a yard. Gain of about 2 maybe. And a big defensive stop
by number
right
4,
there
Caleb,
for the Dogs.
Caleb Cooley on the stop. That was a big hit right as soon as the Noblesville receiver caught the ball. Caleb also has a fumble recovery tonight, so a good game so far by him.
So Ben Rice will come on, number 40, the kicker. He is 2 for 2 for field goals. He's kicking kind of a difficult kick. It's going to be a 30-yard attempt from the near hash mark. They're very wide. The holder is number 28, David Corey. There's a snap. The kick by Rice is up, and it is good. So Noblesville leads at 16-0, 2:36 left to go in the third quarter. So an impressive drive again by Noblesville, but Brownsburg's able to stop them short of the touchdown. And the Millers, they lead at 16-0, 2:36 left to go in the third.
Tune in to xrbradio.com every Friday at 5:30 p.m. for the McDonald's Hendricks County Sports Show. Join Brian Scott for a full hour as he interviews coaches and student athletes from Brownsburg and Avon High Schools. You can also watch the taping in person at a McDonald's near you every Wednesday night. Check out the McDonald's Hendricks County Sports Coaches Show, broadcast on xrbradio.com or audiosportsonline.com for store locations. Right now, also at all Avon and Brownsburg McDonald's, you can score a free medium fry and free medium drink with a purchase of any quarter-pounder sandwich. This would include the new quarter-pounder line of sandwiches, too. That's a free medium fry and drink with a purchase of any quarter-pounder sandwich.
So Noblesville with their third field goal of the game. Kicker Ben Rice, number 40, is 3 for 3. I'm sorry, he's 3 for 4. He missed that 55-yarder at the end of the first half.
Right. They had a touchdown in the first quarter, and since then it's been 3 Rice field goals that has accounted for all the scoring. Noblesville up 16-0, and it's getting critical time for Brownsburg.
Rice kicks it far and deep, and Welsh is going to be able to field this
have a
one
return
on the far side at about the 1-yard line, and he is knocked out of bounds at about the 15. So Wells with about the 14-yard return. He fielded it at the 1, brings it out to the 15-yard line where he's out of bounds. The Dogs will take over there, 1st and 10. They trail it 16-0, 2:29 left to go in the third.
Brownsburg's only run 7 plays this second half.
I think that's the first chance that the Dogs have had to return a kick.
Yeah,
everything else has been a touchback, and that one was just short of it by about a yard. Good presence of mind by Welsh to know where he was and bring that thing out. Lambert under center. He's going to keep it himself, go around the far side and run the ball and dives himself forward for a gain of about 9. Should bring up about 2nd and 1 to the 24-yard line.
Good run around the right side there by Lambert. They needed that to start this drive. 2nd and short.
The Bulldogs have a chance here. Lambert needs to put this team on his shoulders. Keep doing what he did there. You know, the Bulldogs haven't run the ball well enough to even start to cheat on that pass.
Good point, Troy. Good point. Now would be a good time for a pass if you could complete one here on 2nd and short.
2nd and 1. Handoff goes to Akin Rabati. He's across the 25 for the first down the 30-yard line. He breaks the tackle on the right side across midfield and knocked out of bounds at the Noblesville 45.
Tokes a big run there around the right side.
And there's the run that we've been waiting for. Akin Rabati
finally broke loose.
Almost got past all the defenders in the secondary. He's knocked out of bounds on the fly at what's going to be the Brown. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds now, so they're going to bring it back a little bit. So the Dogs will take over at their own 48, 1st and 10. They trail 16-0, 1:44 left to go in the third. Lambert under center, 1 receiver to the near side. The pitch goes to Welch. Welch trying to get around the end. Stiff arms, one defender, and he's brought down at midfield. A huge tackle by number 22. That's Luke Siniak. He's been all over the place for the Millers tonight, Chris.
Also number 7, Donovan Lynch. There's the quickness of the Noblesville defense right there. Mr. Welch not slow at all. He made a good stiff arm to break one tackle and get away for a couple yards, but the great pursuit of the quick Noblesville defense cut that gain short.
1:35 left in the third, 16-0 Noblesville. Lambert under center, Akin Rabati the lone back. 1 receiver to the near side, 1 to the far. Handoff goes to Devin, who's in motion across midfield, breaks the tackle and gets down to about the 45-yard line. Devin Allen.
Yeah, that play was a little slow in developing, but once he got the ball, Devontae Allen knew what to do with it and got a good gain up the middle there with some shifty moves.
Devontae Allen with the carry, and that takes him down about 3rd and 8. It was, or I'm sorry, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 4. It was a gain of 6. The ball at the 46-yard line in Noblesville. 1:03, clock running in the third quarter. Brownsburg trails 16-0. They need a score on this drive. Devontae Allen in motion. The handoff goes to Akinrabadi.
Look out.
Breaks a tackle down the 20. 10, 5. He's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Boy, he got an opening and exploded through that hole, and there you see the talent of Tokes Akinrabadi.
Just like you said, Chris, explosive speed out of the backfield. Down to the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Dogs. The clock will stop on the first down with 51 seconds left in the third quarter. And Brownsburg trails 16-0. Jacob Lambert under center. Akinrabadi is the lone back. One receiver to the near side. In motion is Welsh. Handed to Akinrabadi. Dives forward. He's real close. Did not get in. It should be 2nd and goal from about the 1-foot line. Gain of about 4. Clock continues to run.
I think they should try and get this in here before the end of the quarter.
Lambert's
They do.
Sneak it, and he does not get it. He's pushed back.
No, that's going to end the quarter.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and goal. And probably time will expire here in the third quarter.
Troy tried to quick snap it there and get the quarterback in the end zone before the end of that quarter, but stopped by that Noblesville defense.
You know, you almost think in hindsight there, Chris, it's worth taking your time and getting a good play draw, getting a good call and not just doing the obvious when
Cost
you do
you
that,
down.
which is Lambert's going to sneak it up the middle. So at the end of the third quarter, after 3 quarters of play, 16-0 Noblesville, the Dogs are threatening. They'll have the ball 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line when we resume play.
Hendricks County Flyer, thanks to our friends at the Hendricks County Flyer that have helped make tonight's video webcast possible. Please check them out online as well. And you can watch tonight's game at flyergroup.com. Motion 360 by Hendricks Regional Health provides care for the way you were meant to move. We care for every muscle, bone, and joint in your body to get you back to the activities you love. Get more information online at mymotion360.org.
Thank everybody for joining us for tonight's broadcast of Hoosier Crossroads Conference football from CF Roark Stadium, the Indiana University Health Complex, and BillEstes.com field on the campus of Brownsburg High School. 16-0, the Noblesville Millers lead the Bulldogs for the fourth quarter. The Dogs will be trying to punch the football into that south end zone. They'll be going left to right. Thank everybody for listening to us tonight on 1610 XRB Radio AM in Brownsburg. IndianaTalks.com.
Flyergroup.com also broadcasting numerous outlets here. Audio Sports Online.
Here we go. Akinrabadi will be the lone back. One receiver to the near side. Lambert under center. Takes a snap. Goes to Akinrabadi. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And to say they needed that, Chris, is an understatement.
Absolutely. And Akinrabadi gets the touchdown, still standing, did not get tackled on that play, and he just powered through over the right guard for the Brownsburg touchdown, and they're on the board.
So Akinrabadi caps the drive with a 1-yard touchdown run. He was a major player in the entire drive. And like we talked about at halftime, Chris, he absolutely had to get that ball in, and Brownsburg's going to go for 2 to try and make this a 16-8 game. And then, really, they get this conversion, and all this talk of being down 16-0, they're down 1 score with plenty of time to go. 11:54 here left in the game. So Lambert's under center, one receiver to the near side. In motion is Devontae Allen, and Lambert's going to keep it. He's drilled at the 2. The ball doesn't matter if it's out or not. It's a failed conversion. So that did not work, but it doesn't hurt the Dogs because now they find themselves still down 2 scores. They trail at 16-6, a touchdown and a field goal away. 11:54 left to go in the game. Noblesville 16, Brownsburg 6.
Noblesville, Luke Ziniak again on the tackle. He's had a good game.
Siniak has been all over this field tonight for the Millers. So the 11:54 mark in the third quarter, Noblesville leads it 16-6. Student body getting pretty riled up over there on the stands. They're happy about that touchdown. Brownsburg had to have that score. There was really no choice in the matter. I stole Chris's ads during the break there, and I forgot to give them back. So he was frantically searching for them. I'm sitting here wondering what's he looking for, and the whole time I had it in front of me.
What was he looking for?
The ads. I had the ads.
We'll get caught up here, Rob. All right, Brownsburg back in the game a little bit here. They trail by 10 points. You know, that score happened at the start of the fourth quarter, Troy, so still plenty of time for Brownsburg to score some more.
Back to receivers, Jarrell Yorey. And the kickoff is going to go and be fielded by him at the 10-yard line. Across the 15 to the 20, cuts back upfield and brought down at about the 27-yard line. So Noblesville will take over 1st and 10 from their own 27. They lead it 16-6. 11:50 left to go in the game.
You're finally on your own, living in your own place, paying your bills, making your own decisions. When your decisions involve insurance and financial needs, it's nice to have a little help. State Farm Agent Pete Fay knows that being on your own shouldn't feel like being alone. Visit State Farm Agent Pete Fay at 431 East Northfield in Brownsburg. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. All right, Noblesville ball here. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
McKiernan is the quarterback. One receiver to the near side, 2 receivers to the far side. Out of the shotgun, McKiernan takes the ball. The handoff goes right up the middle to the running back, number 26. That's Cody Smith, and he is across the 45-yard line to the 48. Big run there on 1st down by the Millers.
Cody Smith, a senior. We haven't seen much of him, just 5'7", but he broke through the middle of that defensive line and took off with some good speed.
So 1st and 10 from the Noblesville 47, 11:36 to go, 16-6. The Millers lead the Dogs. McKiernan out of the shotgun, takes a snap, throws to the near side on the screen. Caught by number 23, Zach Cable. He's brought down for a short gain. Now the gain, they're going to call it 6. It'll bring up 2nd and 4 from the Brownsburg 47.
You know, on this hot night, Brownsburg defense been on the field a lot more than Noblesville.
Yes, they have.
I wonder if it's starting to take a toll.
McKiernan out of the shotgun, Stennett the lone back. McKiernan takes a snap and immediately throws it across the middle, and traveling into the end zone for the is not on. That is Jarrell Yorey.
Boy, he was wide open on that pass. It was just a little quick hitter off to the right side there, found an open spot, and the speed led Noblesville to that touchdown.
So McKiernan to Jarrell Yorey for the touchdown, and Yorey just exploded after he caught that pass on the fly into the end zone for the score, and just like that, it's 22-6. Noblesville leads, 10:52 left in the game. Rice on to kick. This is pretty much a sure thing. He's been very accurate. High snap, gets it down, and the kick is up. The kick is good. So the 10:52 mark in the fourth quarter, 23-6, Brownsburg.
Right after Brownsburg's score. That's a heartbreaker right there. Noblesville quickly in the end zone. Westside Plumbing, when plumbing problems arise, do you want a plumbing company with an impressive truck or fancy jingles? Of course not. You want your problem solved quickly and at an affordable price. At Westside Plumbing, we understand you want a plumber who is honest, respectful, and knows how to fix the problem. Westside Plumbing provides fast, professional plumbing service 7 days a week. When you invite Westside Plumbing into your home, be assured they will be knowledgeable, timely, and will give your home the respect it deserves. honesty, integrity, and respect. That's what you get when you call Westside Plumbing at 445-8399. That's 445-8399, Westside Plumbing, serving Brownsburg and all of Hendricks County.
So at the 10:52 mark in the fourth quarter, 23-6. Brownsburg with a nice, impressive offensive effort there coming out of the fourth quarter. Getting Akinrabadi involved. Some nice running yards. They punch it in for the touchdown. Unsuccessful 2-point conversion. And here's Rice to kick. Takes it deep. Devontae Allen will not even get his hands on it as it goes through the uprights. So the touchback, and Brownsburg will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20. 23-6 Noblesville. Another nice, really nice crowd here on hand at the Indiana University Athletic Complex. BillEstes.com field here at CF Roark Stadium. The home side seats about 4,000, pretty much full tonight. The visitor side is almost full, not quite. Noblesville traveling pretty well. Brownsburg takes over. Lambert under center. Takes the snap. Akinrabadi gets the handoff, and he's brought down the backfield for a loss. It's going to be a loss of about 5. It's going to bring up 2nd and 15 from the 15. Well, it's going to be a loss of 4.
You know, and that's the
2nd and 14.
I'm sorry, Troy.
No, it's okay.
That's their kicker that made that tackle, Ben Rice, number 40. He's made several tackles on defense. To me, that's been the story of this game, is Noblesville's defense.
They have shown that they are fast. They play very smart. They don't over pursue.
Right.
Really taking the Akinrabadi and Lambert out of the game. Lambert takes the snap. He gives the ball to Wells. She's going to go far side, and he's brought down just over the line of scrimmage, maybe for a gain of about 1. He may have just gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, and they've trailed this whole second half, and, of course, this whole game Brownsburg has. Right now in the second half, I have them 15 running plays and only 2 pass plays. That's not the way to catch up very quickly.
No, it's not, and Lambert has his passing game has definitely been off. We know that's not his strength anyway, but only completing 1 pass in the first half. He was 1 of 4, and it was a very short pass, I think, for maybe 4 or 6 yards. Akinrabadi is the lone back, 1 receiver to the far side. Lambert under center. 3rd and 14 from the Brownsburg 16. Lambert rolling to his right. He's going to try and throw the ball. He's got nobody, and the ball is knocked out of his hand. It goes out of bounds. And we'll see if that's going to go. They're going to say it's an incomplete pass. The ball was in motion. It was tipped. So that's going to bring up 4th down for the Dogs, and they're going to have to kick. And no positive yardage on that series there for the Bulldogs, Chris.
Boy, pressure on the Brownsburg quarterback there by junior Logan Compton, number 98 for Noblesville. And then again, we saw the quickness of Noblesville defense. That's really struck me too. They're not powerful, they're quick. Tackle well. And Nathan Rams will be back again to punt for Brownsburg. It's hard to saw him punt at all in the first game. They've been punting a lot here, of course, in this game number 2 of the 2013 season.
Back to receive is number 22, Luke Siniak. Wave everybody off, and the ball is going to get a Brownsburg roll. It will cross midfield to the 49 of the Millers, and that's where the Dogs will down it. So Noblesville takes over. 9:09 left to go in the game. They lead it 23-6.
Panuni's Pizza and Wings in Brownsburg has something for everybody. Pizza with more toppings than you can count, including specialty pizzas, 5 different kinds of calzones, breadsticks, cheese bread with 2 kinds of dipping sauce, all made in-house with Panoni's own hand-tossed dough. And don't forget Panoni's Jumbo Wings with 12 kinds of sauce. Mention the XRB special and get 10% off your order.
Panuni's.
286-3500. Call Panuni's Pizza and Wings. Noblesville back to pass here, and he's going to run.
Breaks the ball across the 40-yard line. He goes to the far side down to the 35, trying to get out of bounds, and he does at the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 21 yards by the quarterback, T.C. McKiernan.
Would he have 100 yards rushing yet?
He's got to. I don't see how he doesn't, but I don't know that for sure.
Brownsburg defense, and you can see the kids with their hands on their hips now. They got to be getting tired.
3 receivers to the near side, none to the far. McKiernan in the shotgun, send it to lone back. McKiernan takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself, and he's brought down in the backfield by Dutra. Nice tackle. Shoestring tackle, went for the feet and brought him down.
Mac Dutra breaks through the offensive line there and makes a good tackle.
It may not be the first sack of the game, Chris. I'm not sure, but it's the first one of any memory. And I think if there was another one is when McKiernan would try to run and was either stuffed at the line or just didn't get any yardage.
Yeah.
So Dutra with the true sack there.
Tough night here for the Bulldogs.
McKiernan out of the shotgun. Sten at the lone back. 1 receiver to the near side. 2 to the far. Stennett gets the ball around the far side. He's out to the 30-yard line where he's brought down about the 29. Just past the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 9 for the Millers. 3rd and a long 9.
Brownsburg defense needs a stop here. Student body still active.
From the 28.
That's going to be an offsides. Brownsburg. A couple of defensive linemen jumped the count there.
Looks like Brownsburg made contact, and so it's going to be offsides on the Dogs. And again, Chris, they got to be tired at this juncture.
Yes, I would think so. Next week for both these teams, Brownsburg will be at Hamilton Southeastern. You can listen to that game on most of these same outlets. Noblesville will be at Zionsville next week. So 2 road games in a row here for Noblesville. They sure looked good in this one.
Marcus Fredwell on the play-by-play for that.
Marcus Fredwell will be bringing you the Noblesville-Hamilton Southeastern game. McKiernan going for the touchdown in the far corner. Just overthrows the receiver. The pass was intended for number 23, Zach Cable. McKiernan showing off that arm again, Chris.
13 out of 21 passing is what I've got him for right now. So that was a good throw. Could have been caught there in the end zone.
Cable got turned around just a little bit.
Cable does have a TD catch in this game. No, a TD run.
So here we go.
For a long field goal.
Yeah, here we go. Ben Rice again. This is going to be a 42-yard attempt. 7:38 left to go here in the game. The kick is up, and it is good. Nice kick by Rice. So Rice is that his 4th field goal?
Yes.
So he's 4 for 5 from field goal range. Some nice kicks tonight.
He's outdoing Mr. Brandon Dowers on his home field for sure. Looked to have just as strong as leg.
And Rice has also kept the return game of the Dogs with Devontae Allen and Tyler Welsh only with 1 return, and that ball was fielded at the 1-yard line. Everything else has been in the end zone for a touchback.
Noblesville led
the end zone for a touchback.
I'm sorry. Noblesville led at halftime 10-0. Now up 26-6 here in the 4th quarter with 7:33 left.
Well, it doesn't look good for the Bulldogs, but it's a touchdown quick here. It's the only recipe for success that there is. That's the first ingredient, I should say. So Rice will be kicking the ball to Devontae Allen and Tyler Welsh. He's been almost automatic for a touchback tonight. And the kick is up, and it is in the end zone for a touchback. Out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
What is a good neighbor? It's someone nearby who helps make your life a little easier. It's State Farm agent Pete Fay. He takes the time to understand your insurance and financial needs, so whether you're preparing for your child's college education or planning for your retirement, get the kind of help you'd expect from a good neighbor. Visit State Farm agent Pete Fay at 431 East Northfield, Suite 100 in Brownsburg. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. So Brownsburg takes over for another possession here. Their own 20.
Lambert comes in under center. 1 receiver to the near side, 1 to the far. Akinrabadi is the back. The handoff is going to be kept by Lambert. Keeps the ball, powers his way down to about the 24-yard line for a gain of 4. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Need a passing game here if you're going to get back into it real quick here, Troy. And Brownsburg just can't come up with the goods here on offense as far as a passing attack.
They're going to call it a gain of 5, so it's going to be 2nd and 5 from the 25-yard line. Lambert under center. Devontae Allen in motion. Lambert back to pass. Looking across the middle. The ball's tipped at the line of scrimmage. That's the second tip ball by the defensive line of the Millers tonight.
0 for 3 passing in the second half is Brownsburg senior quarterback Lambert. Of course, that goes to the whole offense, too. You can't blame the entire lack of passing on the quarterback, although most people do. But that ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage by the Noblesville defense.
Sort of the stats show that we've had one completed pass by the Brownsburg
Actually,
offense.
Troy, I've got him for 2. That's it.
Lambert takes the ball. He's going to keep it himself. Diving. The ball's on the turf, but they're going to say he was down. Coach Comer is not happy on the Brownsburg near sideline here. He feels like that Lambert got his face mask pulled up.
You know, Troy, one thing we can learn by this second game about Brownsburg High School football this year, it's going to be important to them, as they did in their first game, to get out to a lead. And when you don't have a passing attack, you're almost forced to try and get out to a lead and then use that good running game to sustain it.
Not playing well from behind this entire game, that's for sure.
Quarterback sneak up the middle. Jacob Lambert keeps it. I think he'll have the first down.
Diving ahead and across the 30. It's going to be enough for the first down. They will move the chains, as Chris said.
Nice to have Rob Kendall in the booth here with us, helping us out on video and other services. His father sits down below. Mr. Kendall may have vacated the premises by now.
Lambert's going to keep it himself again and dive forward. It's getting a little chippy down there, I think, Chris. People are starting to get a little tired.
A little frustrated. They're trying to move the pace of the offense up now, not going up back for much of a huddle at all.
Lambert under center, 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Akinrabadi is the lone back. Lambert rolling to his left. He's going to throw over the middle and short to Welsh. The pass is incomplete, intended for number 23, Tyler Welsh. I'd like to remind everybody that tonight's game is being simulcast on IndianaTalks.com as well as XRBRadio.com. And thank you for all of those who have joined us tonight, no matter the media outlet that you have chosen to listen to. All of it driven by AudioSportsOnline.com. 1610 AM XRB Radio Brownsburg. Thank them also. 26-3, 5:33 left to go, and Lambert takes the snap, rolls to his right, and is brought down for no gain, which will bring up 4th and 9 for the Dogs. 5:20 in the clock running. They trail 26-6, and that'll pretty much put this one in the bank, I think, Chris. Tough night for the Dogs.
Yeah, it is, and they're going to have to punt again here. Nathan Ramsey will do the punting duties. I did hear a good story about Audio Sports Online. One of the Brownsburg assistant coaches, Kevin Kuntz, was stationed in Texas for job duties. He used to be an assistant with Avon, and he said he would log on to Audio Sports Online from Texas and listen to the Avon games when he was away, and he really enjoyed the service.
AudioSportsOnline.com also referenced on Dan Dockett's show on 1070 The Fan not too long ago.
We love all our fans.
Talking about how much he enjoyed listening to the Zionsville basketball broadcast on there.
Now's the time to choose Ivy Tech Community College. There's no more affordable option in the state of Indiana for your college education. You can earn an associate degree and start a career, or transfer to a 4-year school and earn a bachelor's degree. A college education is more accessible than ever before. You have choices. Make the Ivy Tech choice. Visit ivytech.edu or call 888-IVY-LINE.
So Noblesville will take over at their own 36 on the punt. The ball's down to the 36-yard line, no return. 4:39 left to go in the game. They lead it 26-6. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line, their own 36. McKiernan in the shotgun. The handoff goes to
big hit.
Number 26, Cody Smith, and he is hit hard at the line of scrimmage for no gain. He actually probably lost a yard or two there. We'll see where the spot is. It's going to be a loss of 1.
Mac Dutra and Zach Carlson on that hit.
Dutra still playing hard. Carlson, the Brownsburg defense, still playing hard on this hot and humid night in Brownsburg.
Noblesville let the play clock run a little bit here before they call the snap on this offensive possession. Noblesville fans having a little party over there, the student party section.
Cody Smith and number 43, Avery Bumgarner in the backfield. McKiernan in the shotgun takes a snap, gives the ball to Cody Smith. He tries to get around the right side. Nice speedy move through the couple of tacklers and diving across the 40-yard line for a gain of 6. Should bring up third, and now they're going to give him a gain of 5. Should bring up 3rd and 6, and it does.
Avery Holmes, the linebacker, on the stop there.
It looks more like about 3rd and 5 instead of 3rd and 6. It's going to be from the 41-yard line.
Does the NFL season start next week, Troy?
It does. And on Sunday, Thursday, actually. Isn't Thursday night the NFL kickoff? The Colts don't play until Sunday.
And I think Denver and the Peyton Manning Broncos are in that
I believe
Thursday night opener.
Quick pass out into the flat on the right side for a gain of 1. They'll bring out 4th and 5 at the 2:51 mark. Clock running. Noblesville leads at 26-6, and they'll be kicking the ball away, punting from their own 41.
Back for the Bulldogs to receive this punt. Brad Geilinger, he's done a few things tonight. He'd like to break this punt return through to the end zone, put another score on the board for Brownsburg quickly.
I actually believe this coming next Thursday night is the kickoff.
Okay.
September the 8th is the Colts opening game, home against the Raiders.
Yeah.
September 15th, the next week, home against the Dolphins.
IU has Navy Saturday.
Indiana Hoosiers
Saturday.
have Navy at home on September the 7th. They played last night. 73 points for the Hoosiers, the most they've scored in 101 years since they scored 76 points against Franklin College.
Brownsburg Athletic.
Actually, 112 years. In 1901 is when that other game happened. Sorry, Chris, I interrupted you there.
Well, that was a historic event.
Yes, it was.
Athletic department corporate sponsors include Adelsberger Orthodontics, Applebee's of Brownsburg, Avon Oral Surgery, Big O Tires, Brahman Moore Law Offices, Brownsburg Education Foundation, Brownsburg Meadows Senior Housing and Healthcare, Brownsburg Public Library, Buffalo Wild Wings, Capper, Tully and Raimondo, Datacom, Dawson's 2, Five Stones Marketing, Floyd Custom Builders.
Not to leave them out, but the Boilermakers are I think they are at the University of Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough game.
On Saturday, it is going to be a tough road contest.
I think they were 10.5-point underdogs in that game. I saw a line on that. Yeah, we don't hear too much Purdue talk from you, Troy.
No, you usually won't.
Okay.
Being in broadcasting tonight, I'm not supposed to offend any listeners, but you usually won't. Big Purdue pep rally on the circle, and the Dogs are coming trying to block that kick. They get it off. It's fielded for the fair catch at about the 22-yard line by number 9, Brandon Gullinger, the 5'7", 160-pound junior defensive back who's returning the kicks.
You know, on the Hendricks County Sports Show, we had athletic director Kelly Wagoner as our guest, and a lot of other sports, of course, going on right now for Brownsburg, cross country, tennis, soccer. I know boys tennis got another win. They are 4-0. Girls soccer played Noblesville just this last week and suffered a 7-0 defeat, but a lot's going on here in Brownsburg athletics. Same quarterback for Brownsburg. Jacob Lambert will lead the offense here with 2 minutes left.
He's going to pass it, going over the middle to Welsh, and pass not intended for Welsh. The pass was intended to number 12, Ethan Ogle.
Troy passing
incomplete.
0 for 5 here in the second half.
It's 0 for 5 in the second half. The Bulldogs have trailed really since the onset. They never led in this game.
This big crowd looks like they're going to go home disappointed. 26-6, under 2 minutes left now at 1:57.
Lambert comes in under center. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Akin Rabati is the lone back. Lambert's going to keep it. The pitch goes to the right side to the receiver who was in motion. That's number 12, Ethan Ogle. It's a gain of a few.
Trying to get him some carries here.
It's going to bring up about 3rd and 7.
Well, I guess if you had to name a star of this game, it'd be their quarterback, T.C. McKiernan. But hats off to their defense this whole game. They have only allowed 6 points to Brownsburg.
Handoff goes to Achenarbody on 3rd and 5, and he gets down close to the first down marker. It looks like it's going to be enough for the Dogs. They're going to move the chains. First down, Brownsburg. Minute 21 left. They trail 26-6. Bulldogs had a really hard time getting anything going tonight. First half, they were shut out. They've never led. Lambert keeps it down the right side across the 40, takes a pretty good hit.
He did take a hit to the head.
Diving forward to about the 43-yard line. I'll call it the 42. It's going to bring up about 2nd and 1, and under a minute, the clock is running. So Noblesville is going to go away with a victory tonight. They'll go to 2-0 on the year and 2-0 in the conference. Brownsburg will go to 1-1 on the year, 1-1 in the conference.
And have a tough challenge next week at Hamilton Southeastern.
We do not have an update on you on the Hamilton Southeastern Fishers game. That game was delayed by weather. Lambert's pass to the far side is
We have a
caught,
completion.
and a completion in the second half by Lambert. That's number 10, Michael Clare, the junior wide receiver, on the far side for another Brownsburg first down. 31.9 seconds left in the game. Brownsburg trails 26-6. Trying to string together some good quality plays to end the game. Lambert drops back in the pocket. He's surrounded trying to run out of it, and he's brought down short of the line of scrimmage. That'll go down as a sack and a loss of 2.
He's a little slow getting up.
He is slow to get up.
Wouldn't be a bad time to replace him.
Yeah,
right
really
here.
taking a beating tonight. He really has. He's had to run the ball a lot, or has ran the ball a lot, and that's going to be it. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, 26-6, folks, tonight. The Noblesville Millers defeat the Brownsburg Bulldogs. The Millers go to 2-0. Next week, the Brownsburg Bulldogs, they're at 1-1. They will be at Hamilton Southeastern Friday, September the 6th, a 7 o'clock kickoff up in Hamilton County. Well, Chris, tonight, a story of the game, T.C. McKiernan, the quarterback for the Noblesville Millers. Their running game, their ability to protect the quarterback in the pocket and let him be creative back there. McKiernan showed us he can pass the ball, he can run the ball, and he can make blocks for people on the reverse, which they sprung one for a touchdown. And really, another highlight for this game offensively, and as the game as a whole, is the kicker, number 40, Ben Rice for Noblesville, who was for 4 for 4 for field goals, or 4 for 5?
Yeah, that's right, 4 out of 5, and played some defense and made some good tackles. But we also learned something about Brownsburg that we may have thought may be a problem, but it certainly showed its head tonight, where really a one-sided attack here, running over passing game, just totally ineffective tonight, and it really hurt when they got behind in this game.
Yeah, Brownsburg unable to play from being ahead, had to play from behind all night. They never led this game, and they were shut out at halftime with no points. Only one touchdown. It comes in the fourth quarter tonight. So thank you all for joining us, all of our listeners who joined us tonight on whatever media outlet that you chose to join us. We thank audiosportsonline.com for powering our broadcast tonight. We thank everybody for joining us on IndianaTalks.com, XRBRadio.com, and AM Radio 1610, Radio Brownsburg. Thank you all for joining us. So the final score tonight from the Indiana University Athletics Complex, CF Roark Stadium, BillEstisCom.com Field in Brownsburg, Noblesville 26, and the Brownsburg Bulldogs 6. Thanks again for joining us. Have a safe drive home, and good night.